Good evening. I odd too soon. Oh no. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Curse of Strahd. We have been on a bit of a hiatus due to the holidays and through various illnesses and exam seasons for people who work for universities. And we are back with our triumphant 18th chapter. Guys, we're doing this 18 sessions today. How do you feel? That good,
yeah.
huh?
Hold on. I can almost go legally drinking.
Hold on, I can do this again.
Time.
I can do this again. Hey guys, how do you feel about this being our 18th session? Hold on. There we go. Got some crickets in the background. So
that's what that was.
I was wondering, like, what am I supposed to do here?
Well, it's Barovia. The crickets are just like a mournful howl. It's not actually like, you know, it's
I was like, are we supposed to be getting blown away? Is that what the wind sounds are? Is that what's happening? No, that was not what was happening.
Yeah, no, not in this chronicle, this campaign. So, hey, Wonka, hey, everybody. Good to see all of you in chat. Sylvester Slays, thank you for subscribing and keeping that 15-month streak going. So, guys, this is Curse of Strahd, the game where everything sucks, nothing matters, and then you die, and then you come back, and then you die again, and then you come back, and then it still sucks.
And then you die again.
And then you die again. It's great.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. So, I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly, and joining me tonight are the intrepid party that, well, no, the screwed party that stumbled their way into Curse of Strahd after quite a while.
Corners.
Now, we have started these games off with a bit of a discussion point several times. I believe last session we started, like, there was like a 15-minute, like, round robin where we, like, kind of, or is it round, no, is round robin the one where you run it? That's
round robin is a tournament structure.
I guess it was kind of a bit of a round
and it
robin.
Works.
What was I thinking then? I guess round table. Or I guess a round table discussion about what about this module interests us and doesn't work for us. And we are using the original publication of Curse of Strahd for 5th edition, not the updated version where the Vistani are slightly less stereotypical. And what we were talking about, the reason that we started a few minutes late tonight, is we were going back and forth and discussing what we thought about the module, what worked. And so the pros and cons of Curse of Strahd are pros, atmosphere is great, interesting opportunities for role-playing and interacting with the environment, the potential for really dramatic scenes, and good character dynamics. And it allows you to kind of lean on each other, but ambiguously, you're kind of nervous about each other. But on the bad side, Strahd kind of comes off I don't want to just straight up call him an incel, but like he kind of comes off like a version of the gothic anti-hero villain from someone who was writing him in the 80s. Like, the society is kind of, like, matured beyond certain issues here. It's very railroady, and there are only a few ways that this... Like, basically, you can kind of win, or you can definitely lose in this game. And then it just also feels like that D&D is, at its core, an empowerment narrative, and this is a disempowerment narrative being funneled through a system that encourages empowerment. And I want to add to that my number one frustration with this book is that there's so much retreading and wasting of time. So a quick example of what I mean by this is that, for example, Neil, you're playing a cleric. Any number of times during this game, you could have solved half of the issues here. Like, you walk into a temple and it's like, oh no, we have this problem. My son is a vampire. And literally you can go, okay, that's fine. Let's kill him. I'll bring him back to life if you were 8th level. But you keep coming across these things where it's like, oh, a wizard could just cast Dispel Magic if they were the correct level. But you always get to this location
Before you're that level.
And maybe you don't, because it's a very sandboxy game. But by going kind of along the route that makes the most sense in the narrative, aka you follow the map and you're like, well, we'd probably go here next because you probably would get to here before
maps.
Here. Yeah, because maps. It feels like you get to these places and then, like, you have no way of understanding what you're supposed to do there or no way of fixing it. So it ends up with a bunch of issues where you have to put, like, bookmarks in your character notebook where you're like, oh, reminder, tie a string around your finger. We've got to go back and save those orphans. rather than, you know, like it's a bunch of orphans in
3
a
weeks
burning
later.
building, and you're like, well, we have water, but we don't have a bucket. We need the level 10 bucket to go back and stop this fire. So you guys hold on for a few. We're gonna go power level and then come back and spill water.
Keep your toast from getting too crispy, okay?
Exactly.
Like, just slow that fire right down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good simmer.
A good simmer. So, and that's not to say it's a bad book, because it is a classic, and I can see that it is a classic. But we have had the most fun with this game when you all have encouraged me just to kind of jazz it and like play the missing notes. So that's what I am going to try to do, because I would really like to wrap this campaign up. Keep going chronicle because it sounds fancier. I want to wrap this. I want to wrap this campaign up and do something different with you guys, and I want to get us to a point where it is really good. And I feel that off and on, because of the way that we've had to run this game, and that we have had to take some prolonged breaks because of just, you know, the world being on fire, that we've lost a little bit of momentum. So it's a little harder to kind of keep that vibe up. So what I'm going to do is lean into this super hard tonight, and I hope that you will do the same, and that if at all, make bad choices. That's you know.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and introduce our cast. In the right corner, coming in with her brand new microphone, the Purple Avenger. I don't know. Your hair's purple. I'm going to go with it. It's Amy.
Yeah.
Can I be Purple Avenger when I get purple hair again?
Yeah, you guys can fight for it. That you'll avenge, or you can be the Purple Revenger. I know.
I
think Avenger sounds cooler.
Well.
Yeah. I've got a new microphone. It's like right here. It's doing things, just hanging out. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm playing Shasta Denmora, the half-elf paladin of vengeance, and she makes terrible choices.
It's true, and I am very excited that what's something that has happened to you in the past couple of weeks in another game that's been fun?
In another game that's been
involving
fun?
Shasta.
Oh yeah, her ex showed up.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Because Shasta's ex is the general of Azabek, the elven capital city.
Yeah, he's an asshole. He's evil. She thinks he's evil. He murdered her family.
They were just kids.
And her, like, step-parents and her older siblings who are adults.
What are you doing, stepbrother? Oh, dying. All right. In the bottom corner, the graphic designer that couldn't be finer. Hi, Mike.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Hi, everyone. Michael. I'm playing Zan, the guy who's usually hiding in the bottom corner somewhere over here. And yeah, I'm like the lifeblood of the party, which is probably not good when you're in a vampire situation.
I mean, that's fine as long as it's there. Just don't be on the ground. All right, heading over to the left, it's the real deal, Neil.
It's been a long
Neil
time.
before Zod.
Hi, I'm Neil, and I'm playing Brother Constantius Carus of the check my notes, welcoming flame
of the Reed's hand
of Brig.
All clerics of Brig have their titles tattooed on their hands.
Check's notes of the. Yep.
Oh, that's great. All right, and finally, hi, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine, and I'm playing Illican Dawncaller Vaimelaga, the Goliath Barbarian.
All right, and I couldn't get my hair to do anything else besides this tonight, so this is what it is. I almost buzzed it off the other day, but it's true.
Almost got me to buzz it off.
I was like, but my razor guards are pretty short. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle that having Justin Timberlake hair. And then someone photoshopped me with Justin Timberlake hair.
That Photoshop was so funny.
God, join our Discord. It's weird.
Oh God, what have I been missing? I keep ignoring Discord notifications because half the time I'm not that interested.
Oh, thanks.
But apparently, I should be.
All right.
It gets weird.
It gets weird, but we love it. All right, guys. So, is there anything we want to discuss before we hop into Tourist Strahd? Well, that was easy. All right. So, The last thing that I wanted to say is that all of you can recoup your hit points. You have gone back and stayed.
Woo!
You went to Argynvostholst and then went back to Mordenkainen's and rested again and are heading back out to the Amber Temple.
And recruited a ghost army.
You recruited a ghost army. You did.
Yes! I'm so happy!
You did. You might be the true one.
Yay!
Didn't we get knighted too?
Yeah, we're also in said ghost army now.
Yeah.
So remember, if
If
we
we
die
Ghost
die,
in
army.
we
Ravenloft,
don't
we
die.
die in real life now.
If
Yeah.
we die in the game, we die in real life. What?
What?
It's true. It's true. All right. So
I
Let's
didn't
not
agree
die.
to this.
We all did.
You
We
all did.
agreed to this.
No, if we die in the game, we go in Barovia. We go to join the ghost army, but we
Okay.
don't die in real life.
But
But
we aren't land barons now, so we can set up shop somewhere around here.
it's like being a land shark.
we just have to evict Strahd.
Yeah.
Seize
the hope.
the means of vampiric production. The Fangletariat. All right. This is the game, guys. This is the game tonight. All right. So, when we begin our game, you have recently returned and taken a rest inside of Mordenkainen's mansion. It's a magnificent mansion, one might say. You have taken a rest inside of it, and before long, you all reconvene and ask the mage to do you the honor of teleporting you to the Amber Temple, the place where you believe that Strahd may have gained some of his dark powers, and a place that may have the key to unseating this cruel tyrant. As you wait outside on the mountain steps of the huge barrier mountain range to the north, waiting for Mordenkainen to leave his sanctuary. What are you talking about? A light rain is trickling down on you. Thunder crackles overhead. Night
Well.
is beginning to fall.
Before I launch into what we're talking about, do you know how many days left?
There are
that will...
3 days left.
Okay.
Yay.
All right.
I can't find it in my notes anywhere. All I have from last time is like Briggs says back off, and then like I consent to being yeeted, and then yeah, toss me.
It's called Jotun. Welcome to Jotunheim. I mean Jotunheim.
Also, who's a good little knight of the order? And I'm pretty sure that had to deal with the cat. So, 3 days. Good to know.
Amy, put a note down to check out how to set up a quote bot for this.
I really need to figure that out.
Yeah, that's your new job. That's your new job now that you've edited that episode of Requiem, which thank you again.
Okay. You're welcome. I'm sorry it took me 2 years.
It only took you 1.5 years. So you're actually ahead of your own
take it.
schedule.
I'll take it. Vampires are eternal. It's fine.
Podcasts aren't.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So, 3 days until Strahd marries Rena.
Right. And we have this horn to summon the army.
And take them a couple days to get there, though.
Yeah, so
Maybe we should
How
move
long
it
is it-
now.
how long does it take to march from Argynvostholt to...
I don't know. I'm not one of your soldier types.
You can make me a survival roll.
Sure, I will do that.
There is no key on this.
12.
It takes a duration.
Dawn Caller's all like, oh, it would just take me a day, but
one
I know everybody is
hex.
less capable, so...
one- One square is a quarter of a mile. They're not squares, they're hexes, you idiot. Oh, they updated it in the map pack. That's good. Some module was thrown together quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 15 miles. I'm rounding up. So we'll say that it takes probably about 4 hours for them to march that far.
Okay. So the day of, like, if whenever our timeline is.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So.
I'm assuming they don't take the roads because they're,
Ghosts.
revenants. They can kind of just
Yeah.
cut through.
Yeah. Okay.
That seems legitimate.
They're all wearing those shoes with the toes. They can just go right over logs and stuff.
Deeply uncomfortable the entire time.
So we can get a portal into Raven. Is the place called Ravenloft? I can't even the name of the keep.
Yep, Castle Ravenloft.
Ravenloft. Oh, okay. Are you okay, Kelly?
No.
It's been a hot minute. All right. So we head to the Amber Temple today. Assuming I look at Mordenkainen, we have a 6-hour window there.
Mm-hmm.
The portal will last for 6 hours again?
Oh, that was a question. Oh, good. Yes, I can keep it open for 6 hours if you'd like.
I would appreciate that deeply. So, to the south, assuming we return within the 6 hours, we're back here. Well, I was going to say before nightfall, but given the circumstances, when it is slightly less dark outside. And then we have 2 days to prepare or journey to that hateful place before the adversary weds.
Accurate.
Well, if you're ready to go.
I'd like to get moving.
All right, well, as they say in one of the worst worlds, hold on to your butts. He begins chanting in Draconian, calling forth ancient magics. A circle begins to burn with eldritch fire on the ground. Runes emblazoning onto dead, dried grass. With a sizzle, the rain continues to fall, and a lightning bolt flashes overhead as a portal opens up, a small circle in the ground. Large enough for just the 4 of you. Best of luck. Hopefully you'll return.
That is a hope that you and I both share, my friend. I say, smiling and stepping into the portal.
All right.
Shasta follows. With
On
an
caller as well.
I'll head towards it, but I'll give him a wave on the way out.
Try not to die, Mr. Plan.
That's hopefully the plan. I'm planning that. Well, actually, I'm not really planning much. What? You get the point. Okay, bye.
Weird one. As you step into the portal, you will feel the magical energy begin to course through your veins, separating the cells of your body, beginning to pull you apart as it pulls you across the divide toward the Amber Temple. A bolt of lightning flashes overhead again, and you hear... Good. Echo across the valley of Barovia, and it all goes dark.
Eat that dick.
Darkness is suddenly replaced with a single candle. And then, around you, a torch sputters to life. And then another. And another. You find yourself in a large, vaulted hall. The torchlight flutters like paper in the wind against the walls. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending in a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. To the west, a large set of double doors hangs slightly open, and a steady, bright light escapes through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind the doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall. What do you do?
So, just to clarify,
me, or does this not seem like the place we were supposed to be going?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. What do you got? Go ahead and ask.
Well, just to clarify, the music is actively playing. There's someone playing an organ.
It sounds like someone is playing an organ from the other side of these double doors.
Ah, well,
So,
Shasta's gonna attempt to semi-quietly approach those doors.
okay. They are cracked just a tiny bit, and you can actually peek between them if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I would say try to be stealthy, except that I have penalties on all stealth rolls, so
Sure.
disadvantage.
Make me roll disadvantage.
Sure, sounds great.
And just to reiterate outside of the flavor text, so you're standing in the middle of a large room with a 20-foot ceiling. To the right of you is a large hallway, kind of an octagonal room with 4 immense pillars reaching up into darkness. To your left are is a large. No, to the west. Oh, I guess that is. So I guess that must be the south then. Sorry, the map's kind of at a diagonal, so it's. I was like, Okay. Behind you, there is an alcove with a suit of armor, and right next to it is a small corridor leading up to a pair of spiral staircases going up and down, respectively, or a single spiral staircase that just continues beyond this floor. And then directly ahead of you, in fact, your teleportation circle still crackles on the ground, beginning to glow with dark light. What'd you get on your roll?
11.
11. Approaching, you will find yourself standing in front of the door and will just gently push it open. Just enough for you to see. The door creaks slightly, with the organ music playing on the other side. Well, it's hard for anybody to see or hear anything but what's in front of you. All of you can see that 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against the dull, white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room is a long, heavy table covered with fine, white satin cloth. It's laden with many delectable foods. Roast beef basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance that you can even smell from this vantage point. At the center of the far west wall, directly ahead of you, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single, caped figure pounds the keys in a raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and a deep silence fills the dining hall. It slowly turns to look at you. And you will see Strahd von Zarovich. Turns and looks at you. Greetings, guests. Welcome to Castle Ravenloft.
Huh. Well, this isn't where I expected to end up today.
Do you think that there is a place in all of Barovia that you could go. Magics you could use that I would not see.
I hoped you wouldn't care.
I will be with you shortly. Please. Come in.
Shasta's gonna look over his shoulder at the others and like...
Karis gives a slightly exaggerated shrug. You know, we're here.
Push the door the rest of the way open and walk in.
Yeah, I follow you.
All right.
Please. He turns and stands up, gesturing to the table. You're welcome to dine. Enjoy yourselves. So.
Sorry. You said dine?
Yes. Of course.
Okay.
You are my guests.
Sorry, I misheard.
If there's anything else you would like to do, that is your prerogative as a guest.
I appreciate the generosity and hospitality.
Gone College doesn't say much at all.
While you are here, you are a guest, and you are free to explore the castle to your heart's content.
This is most kind. You are certainly a gracious host.
Please, eat. You deserve nutrition and sustenance. You've made such a long trip here. I will be with you shortly, when the cursed sun is down.
Please, take your time. I am sure we will find ways to amuse ourselves.
That's what
for the moment.
That's what I'm hoping for. And as he laughs, he will just fade out of view.
So, chances of survival just plummeted, didn't they?
Not necessarily.
Oh, if this is the last meal, I'm digging in. I'm going to beeline to the table.
Wait, hold on.
All right. So as that happens, as you say, hold on, you are going to hear a bone-chilling wind rise up and roar through the hall. All of the torchlight will just go out, plunging you into darkness. In the distance, you will hear the screech of ancient hinges, the solid thud of heavy doors slamming shut, one after the other. You'll hear the portcullis clang shut and the tired groan of an aged drawbridge pulling up. Finally. Is anyone at the doors to this room holding them open? Okay.
Not anymore.
The doors to this room will slam shut as well. You're standing in darkness. What do you do?
I cast light instantly on one of my gloves.
Okay, sounds good. The room is illuminated with the power of your magic glove, of your power glove.
All I need is the super scope, and then I'm set. Oh.
California.
Right, I'm gonna look at Shasta, and I'm gonna go, now perhaps, as you say, chances have been reduced.
Shasta's gonna test the door that just slammed shut behind us.
It opens. It is unlocked. It does look like it has the capability to be locked. There is a lock in the door handle, just beneath the doorknob, but it is not locked.
Is the teleportation circle still there?
It is gone.
All right, so our way out is gone. Right, okay. Just checking.
For now.
Is the food still there? Everything
food is
else
still
is there?
And it's not, as far as you can tell, the food is as fresh as it was a moment ago. The only thing, as the sounds and light was stripped from this room, the smell was the one consistent thing. It still smells delicious. It still looks pleasant.
So, is there another door? The other door in this room? There's like this one, and then there's the exit, or is there other doors?
There is only the one way into this room, and that is the way directly behind you.
Oh, okay. So this is just like, okay.
Yep. The only other thing in this room, so it is flanked by 5 pillars on either side of the room, and then the pipe organ directly in front of you.
Okay.
If you guys want, I can put up a small map.
No, I'm okay. I just wanted to make sure where the exits were in this room.
Do you want me to send you a map of this floor, and then I can just tell you what room number you're in? Because Ravenloft is like...
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So...
I'm good with that.
Okay. So,
Yeah, that sounds good.
so I didn't want to overload Roll20 by putting up maps and have you guys just drag your cursors around the entire game, because at a certain point,
Yeah.
that just stops being fun, and it just eats up my Roll20 account.
Mm-hmm.
And means that I have to reformat and fit everything. You know how it is. So, one sec. I will find you a map of Ravenloft.
Brother Karis, you don't happen to have detect poison or purify food and drink prepared?
It's
I
a
wasn't
funny
expecting
thing,
this.
but I do. Well, I cannot detect poison, but what I can do is check to see whether something is magical, and if we are worried, I can purify.
Mm-hmm. Mostly just seeing whether or not this food is actually safe.
I am happy to do it, but it will take time.
Right.
If we would rather wander around, making the most of our surprising host's hospitality.
Yeah. That's my preference as well. However, he might notice.
I think literally everything you do in here, he will notice.
Can I get an Arcana roll off of anybody who is proficient in it? Is anybody proficient? Okay, can I get a roll with disadvantage if you were not proficient with it?
I do. I am proficient.
Okay, you can make,
Is it
if you're not
Arcana?
proficient, give me it with disadvantage.
And if you are, just regular?
Just regular, yeah.
Oh, nat 20. 25.
Not 20. You are pretty sure that that was a pre-programmed image.
He's a dramatic.
12.
Okay.
I got
12?
an 8.
That you don't think that was actually Strahd. There's something about it. It was just a little too prepared. Okay, one sec. I'm putting it in the frame as well so people can see it. Oop, there we go. So you guys can kind of see. There we go. Okay. So there. Now the room is visible. Okay. So yeah, you think, and anybody else? Did anybody else roll? Then Strahd is
12.
watching you. So like I said,
I got 8.
8. That was definitely Strahd, and he's watching you. And you got a 3. Maybe you're Strahd. I don't know.
That's possible.
It's possible.
Anything is possible.
If
I'm
Strahd-
eating. I'm putting food in my face.
It is, and let me quote the book here. Tasty, and the wine is delicious.
It's everything I always wanted.
It's like, honestly, like, it's really good food. Like, he is a kind and generous host.
The cat's on the table too.
The cat
Fill it up.
is... you know what? You always have that cat on you. You will notice that on the floor next to the table is a small placemat that is set onto the ground with a dish of food that looks like it was specifically prepared for the cat in a small saucer, as well as fresh cream and it looks like fresh caught fish that's been diced and marinated in a way that a cat would find appreciative, as well as a small side dish of a crushed herb of some kind.
That's adorable.
Please be a small stuffed mouse too. Please, please. That's all. That's like I've died and gone to heaven.
There is a small stuffed mouse, and there is a small actual mouse there as well. It's dead, but it's like it's a choice, really.
Yeah. Well, Hookfoot's in heaven right now.
Hookfoot starts enjoying the dessert nip that was left out for him.
That's adorable.
Yes, of course you would.
You know, I don't think that was actually him, now that I think of it. That seemed like a spell of some sort.
I have no reason to disbelieve you in these things, but...
Doesn't mean he's not watching us and knows what we're doing.
So, reasonably, then, if that is the case, I see two ways forward. One, we sit and wait amicably for our most generous host to come and join us. Two, we assume that whether he is watching or not, we should capitalize upon this time to explore, see if we can meet some acquaintances of ours.
Right.
Well, he did specifically say we could go explore.
This is true. I wonder if we can get into the crypt.
Anybody who would have been paying attention to it. So night was beginning to fall. Before true dark, you probably have an hour, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Enough time to have a snack and go explore. Yeah.
And maybe do some tomb raiding?
Tomb Raid or Doom Raid.
Alright. In that case, Jess is gonna grab some, like, whatever she can, like, easily pick up and, like, munch on her, like, if she can. If there's, like, a chicken leg or something.
There is.
Cool. She'll just do that and then just be like, alright. Well, we have to go find the remains of a dragon, and we have to go find a tomb. And do some grave robbing, so... Let's go.
Donko's going to point out, maybe you shouldn't say that sort of stuff out loud.
Oh, he knows we're looking for stuff. Come on.
I mean...
There are two other things that we seek here.
This is true.
A woman
Maybe we'll
and a
find
man.
them. Perhaps we'll find them on the way.
Where are you heading? And Zan, there are several rolls and cookies that you can bring with you.
Loading my pockets.
Nice.
All the cookies.
So, I assume...
Is there one of those big-ass, like, tomahawk-style steaks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, Don Collar's just going to munch on that.
Actually, one moment. Let me double check something.
Please beat something to death with it.
I mean, that's the plan.
It is, yeah, no, it's about, like, this big, and it is prepared in a fashion that you would find most suitable. It looks like it was braised over actual coals. It still has that smoky, burnt texture to it.
Wonderful.
This
Yeah.
is cooking.
But yes, no, Zan, you're not the only one with a plan.
I have a plan?
Well, I mean, you claim you do.
Yes.
It's the plan you just didn't know you had yet.
It all comes together in the end.
I am going in with a plan, though.
I like this plan. Let's do it. Wait, what's
So-
the plan?
Beat anything I find over the head with this.
Yes, that's what I said. This is a good plan. Anyone want a cookie? No? I do.
I'm sure there's no way this can go wrong. Of course not. Okay.
Never. You're with me.
All right.
I'm gonna scan it. I'm gonna scan around the room, see if there's any secret doors or traps or
Sure.
anything. If we decide to leave the room, that's gonna murder us.
Make me a perception roll. And I believe you get a bonus to this because of your archetype.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up.
So you can
Oh,
climb
yeah.
easy.
I get advantage.
Do you? Okay, go ahead and roll with
Detect-
advantage.
Detect secret doors. 19 plus
19 plus? All right.
perception. There it is. So 22.
22. You do a quick perusal around the room. Aside from finding that the food is delicious and your cat is strangely, well, actually pretty standardly high, you will find that the organ at the back of the room is immense, locked in place and immovable. You check around to see if there are any hidden compartments, anything that's left on it, and what you'll notice is that there are scratch marks on the floor. Directly beneath it and coming toward the table. You think that this organ is movable. You're not sure how the mechanism works, but...
I'll look around and see if there's any sheet music or anything around. Maybe there's notes.
Yes, there is some sheet music inside of the chair.
Aha! Maybe they wrote like a password or where the key is hidden or something.
So, scanning it real quick, can you make me a performance roll? Int and performance.
Performance.
I mean, that's what it would be.
Int. Oh, that's funny. 20.
20? You got a nat 20?
No, just 20.
Just 20?
I got 18 plus 2.
So, you actually, when you were a child, before things went wrong, did a little bit of work inside of a church? Or maybe after you were adult and reformed a bit. You did learn the basics of playing instruments. And at least playing the organ. So, this song is not terribly dissimilar from some of the dirges that you've heard in the larger cathedrals around Elos. Playing a couple of them real quick. You'll play a couple of keys. It just doesn't feel right. But as you're glancing around, you'll notice that there's an extra pedal down on the ground. Now, it could just be this style of organ. Normally there would be, on an organ I believe there are 3 pedals, right?
Not like an actual pipe organ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Has hundreds of buttons, levers, plugs,
there's
pedals.
multiple.
Okay.
Hundreds.
So you'll notice then that one of the pedals is less often used, for sure. The brass of its end is far shinier and glints off of Brother Karas's light a bit more. By the way, you guys can relight the candles and stuff if you choose. Like it's, yeah.
I can see. I think.
The Goliaths do not have dark vision, I don't think.
No, I do not. So I can't see. I'm just.
Yeah. This is the only party that doesn't have dark vision except for one person.
I found my tomahawk steak by scent.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Brother Karas can just go around touching candles. It might as well. So yes, it does appear that is probably something different.
I'm going to see if there's any traps or anything involved. Like, I don't want to start pushing things and have it
with the roll that you gave me before, I'm going to say that you don't believe there is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be very cautious and wiggle it and fiddle it.
Okay. A mechanism clicks through the back of the organ, and slowly the entire apparatus begins to roll into the room.
I will back away.
Sure. It only comes away from the wall about 2 feet. And story time, this is what it looks like up close. So this is how freaking big it is.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
It is immense, son. So as you roll a bit back from the wall, it comes out about 2 feet. And you can see that behind it, there is, in fact, a door that is opened up, leading to another room. Now, this room... From this room, you can see, if you peek behind, a bit of light is actually going to flood, and it's gray, early evening light flooding through behind the organ. The castle courtyard is just barely visible in this room through arrow slits in the north and west walls. Leaning against the walls are mirrors of various sizes. Some as tall as humans, and others small enough to fit in a backpack. I don't know why they said it like that, but hey.
In case you need to carry one with you?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Fair. I mean, I'm sure somebody's asked that before.
In fact, this is very strange. There are, all in all, 17 mirrors of different sizes that have been put here. All gently. But this room looks more like a mirror shop than it does an archer post. As if all manner of mirrors were being stored here for some reason.
That's weird. You weird city folk types.
So yeah, and so that is K11 if you guys are looking at the map.
Oh, ours doesn't have little, at least mine doesn't
Does it not have numbers?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, you can just cross-reference with what's on Twitch, so you guys can see the pipe organ room.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's what's the one right behind it, right?
It's the one right behind it.
Yeah. Now, okay. So are we checking this out further, or are we gonna head out those doors?
Can I knowledge religion to see if the thing Neil thinks about vampires is true in this world and Brother Karis knows it?
Sure, yeah. That's an undead knowledge roll, so I don't see why not.
Is that one I can also make?
Sure, yeah. If you have knowledge religion, if you don't have knowledge religion,
Yeah,
you can do
I
it
do.
with. I'm just going to say that you can always make a roll, but if it's something knowledge based, you'll roll with disadvantage if you don't have the proficiency. I know that's not
Okay.
a hard and fast rule, but I think for lore
That
on
seems pretty
vampires,
fair.
No, it makes sense to me.
you can always roll.
I got a 19.
12.
12? I mean, I think I think 12 I'll allow, actually, because if you ask a kid in like first or second grade about vampires, they'll be able to tell you about the mirror.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those really basic things.
Yeah.
So vampires, do they show up in mirrors in D&D?
No idea.
I know a bunch of things about them. You'll know that they're allergic to sunlight. They are harmed by running water. Stakes to the heart suck. And they can shapeshift. You know what? I don't think it ever deliberately says in the book, but I'm gonna say yes. Well, wait. Okay. I'm gonna check something real quick. Give me one moment to look this up, because actually I think this is more complicated than I think. Does Strahd have a reflection?
He does, and it's gorgeous.
Vampires... You know what? I'm going to argue that vampires do have a reflection, but most vampires might dislike seeing it. It's an aversion rather than
Maybe they see them true selves.
That's kind of so like that. Basically, there are two ways that we can run this, because since it's kind of up in the air. But I prefer that the mirrors were moved here for a reason rather than they were moved here because they're no longer useful. Because let's be fair, a building full of mirrors is incredibly useful if you can see everyone else reflected in them.
This is true.
That's why a vampire with reverse mirror sunglasses is like has 360-degree vision. I used to, when I was in a LARP, I had a pair of those, like, in character. I'm like, yeah, no, so you can't sneak up on me because I've got mirrors looking through the back of my head and I'm a Lasombra. And yeah, and these mirrors would be silvered, of course. They're not aluminum like current ones.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so, yes, so vampires... I think true vampires do. I'll say vampires spawn, it's a coin toss. They either do or they don't. I don't care. Vampire spawns suck. But true vampires, yes. Perhaps it is vanity. It was beauty that killed the beast.
Yeah, maybe they can't look away. They're like, "Whoa, who's that? How you doing?"
I have the phrase "maybe it's Maybelline" running through my head right now.
Maybe it's Zarovich. Maybe it's Ravenloft. Maybe he was embraced with it. Okay, so looking into this room, what do you all do?
Are there other exits from it, or is it just the one room?
There is a corridor that leads to the south toward what looks like a hallway.
So, hidden room with an exit.
Spooky.
I gotta know.
That's fair. Let us engage in the knowing.
Collecting the cat and some cat food and putting him back in the backpack.
Might be getting in here if it's a...
Yeah, catnip.
Is it a tight squeeze for Dawncaller to get in here? Or is it wide enough for her to get through easily?
It's 2 feet, so she can make it.
Okay. That's fine.
Insinuating something.
I'm just curious.
She's a big woman.
She's large.
She is large. Okay, here's the deal. I'm 2 feet wide
This
at the
is true.
shoulders. I'm pretty sure Dawncaller is also about 2 feet wide at the shoulders.
I think Dawncollar's probably wider at the shoulders, considering she's like 8 foot tall.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's why I'm like...
But she can always turn sideways, because I am not 2 feet wide at the chest.
That's true.
Yeah.
She's probably got some cleavage, though. That's going to be a bit of a squeeze.
Maybe.
Yep.
All right, so
This is also true.
After power pushing your boobs through the organ, you situate your boobs around the organ is not something I was expecting to say tonight.
There's a quote.
Okay, so you manage to fit yourself behind the organ, and you find yourself in this room. Anybody who wants to can make me an insight roll.
Yes.
Sure.
Of course, always.
Oh, never mind.
Let me get my
23.
barbarian
9
dice.
9.
9?
She did okay.
Oh, 19.
19? Okay, so
15.
all of you will figure this out for different reasons. Zan, you'll think of this from the point of view of a robbery, probably, or just defensive. Dawncaller will be defensive primarily, and Brother Karas will be largely strategic. But given that the dining hall it's a tremendous table, there could have a good 24 guests at it. Having a single entrance to this room, even if it is lockable and probably barrable, is not a good idea. Having an escape route through the back of the organ is probably why the secret door was here. Having the escape route lead to where there's an archer station as well means that if any of your guests get particularly hostile, your guards can be on you with bows and arrows in a matter of seconds. It's a good place to have a secure room.
And the secure room is full of mirrors.
Mm-hmm. That looks like they were left here. They weren't positioned.
Okay. So, either he really wants to keep his mirrors safe, or...
Or he hasn't needed a secure room in a while, so it's out of the way. It's just storage.
It's just storage. Yeah. Well...
I am going to make a proposition. I suggest we look for stairs going down.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
I
to
also
get into
suggest people find torches or something else in case we get separated, so that I am not the only one with a light.
I'm fixing my hair and making duck faces in the mirror.
Okay.
Dawncaller will just kind of shrug. I'll make do.
I have torches if needed, but I'm good for now.
Okay.
I also have 3 wooden stakes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just looked at my Monster Hunters pack. And a crowbar.
I will fill up my lantern with oil and light my lantern.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. There were also some candles and torches inside of the previous room that you could grab as well if you'd like. Okay. Do you proceed downward? To the west?
Yeah.
I guess to the south. Moving down, you find yourself in a large hallway that stretches both to the east and west. And let me just double check my map so that it is... A long, narrow corridor runs from the east to the west. Cobwebs fill the hall, obstructing sight beyond a few feet. The cobwebs are thick, so much so that you will have to push them aside or burn them away as you pass. To the west, you will see that there's a grand hall, choked with dust. It stretches into the... Wait, my bad, I read the wrong thing. That is elsewhere. So, rewind. A high, domed ceiling caps the 30-foot wide octagonal room before you. Frescoes faded with age adorn the ceiling, but their images are impossible to make out. Tall, thin arrow slits look out over the courtyard. And in the center of the room, you see a small shape staring up at you. Do you approach? Its
staring
eyes...
as in... Okay, yeah, his eyes.
Yes. Something in the darkness that all of you without dark vision will see. It looks like something with tiny fangs. About 12 inches tall. Just leers at you from the center of this large octagonal room.
I'm gonna approach cautiously.
You have dark vision, right?
I do.
Turning to the north, you will see a discarded toy. Something no child could love. A plush werewolf lays in the middle of this room, stuffed with sawdust and tiny wood-carved babies. Oh, it's stuffed with babies. Well, that's great.
Wait, what?
Okay. It's stuffed with babies. Tiny wood-carved babies. I don't know if that's a type.
Isn't it like a plushy werewolf that has eaten toy children? So you can like play with the toy by putting toy kids in it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for here.
Yeah.
It has dull knife blades for claws and retractable teeth.
That is not
Is it from-
adorable.
It has a slogan
Horrifying.
stitched into
Yeah, I should go
on
pick it
tiny
up.
letters. Is not fun. Is not Blinksky.
Well, it's a toy. Is there anything else in here?
Nope, just that. You'll see that there are quite a few murals on the walls here.
Mm-hmm.
Frescoes, faded with age, adorn the ceiling. You can kind of make them out with your dark vision, though. You're the only one who can kind of see them without illuminating this fully with a spell.
Yeah.
It looks like a fresco of... You think it might be an image from Strahd's early life. It looks like the image of a tall, dark prince leading a battle. It's fairly...
That's one of the stories we heard, right?
Yeah. That he was a warlord prior to coming to Barovia.
Right.
But there's something else about it. As you look up, you will notice that the fresco has a couple of details that are a little unusual. Can you make me a perception roll to see if you can notice them?
Sure. So, wondering if it would make sense to light one of the torches and hold it up, if that would help.
Sure. Yeah, that would definitely
Would
probably
it?
help.
Okay, I'll do that.
Help. I'm so bad at this.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at, like, subtlety.
So, I don't know if that makes a difference to my difficulty to figure
Not to
this
your
out,
perception
but-
roll. You're just going to do a straight-up perception?
Oh, nat 20, never mind.
Nat 20?
Eh.
Looking up, you can see the frescoes show him leading into a battle. And then standing over this conquered land. The people around him, the subjects, appear pleasant, loyal, kind of in that way that all frescoes kind of do, with like the looking up at you, tilted. But you'll notice that he's standing next to a pair of figures. One is a handsome man. Handsome beyond even the visage of Strahd himself. Flowing, now faded, blonde hair. He stands next to Strahd, at his right, dressed in shining armor. And to Strahd's left, you see what could only be Irina Koyana.
Is the soldier would I think that that's the one who went mad? Like
No.
No, it's someone else.
He looks
brother?
like... Yeah, looking at the
Brother?
facial design, you think that it looks too close to Strahd. It's just, it's
Yeah.
his face, but with... The nose is slightly softer and less hooked. The lips are fuller and with more of a smile. The hairline a bit more full.
Was it a younger brother or an older brother?
It was a younger brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think Sergei was like 15 years younger, like quite a bit younger.
Mm-hmm. So these details are here. So what's different about that compared to the stories we've heard? Or is it just sort of
They look
confirming
happy.
stuff? Oh. Right.
At one point, someone thought to make that. And as you look around, all of you will be able to notice this if Shasta points it out.
Oh yeah, she absolutely will.
The hallway and corridor here has not been used in
A long time.
ages. Perhaps 50, 100 years for the cobwebs to grow this thick. What do you do?
Oh. I guess it gives us a bit more information, but we should probably keep going. We want to find that stairwell.
I agree.
Okay. You continue to the east, burning away the cobwebs as you do. Occasionally, you will hear a shocking cry as the flame bites into the webbing, and something will fall to the ground, charred and about the size of a walnut. Its tiny legs curling inward like a fist. But
Yeah.
before long, you will find yourself down at the base of the room, at the base of this hallway. And there you will find a stairwell curving upward. A long, hollow sigh of the wind breathes a semblance of life into this otherwise featureless staircase. This one goes up.
It only goes up.
Oh,
Okay.
pardon me. No, it goes up and down. My bad. Sorry. You can only see the down on a tiny little corner.
Oh, I see it.
So
yeah.
if you see like right there, so sorry, I assumed up only.
Yeah.
So you can go down 40 feet to map 11. There are at least 11 maps, guys. So
Good.
Oh dear.
okay. Do you proceed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just get that map queued up then. So that would be map 11. Okay, that's map 3. Okay, 4, 10, map. Oh god. I'm glad we're doing it this way because my original plan was to do it crazy style,
Oh.
and that's not going to work. Okay, so
I'm going to keep an eye out for traps and secret doors.
sounds good. Go ahead and you know what? I'll ask you to roll if the time is right.
Okay.
Okay, so
Nice.
that goes down to 40 feet. You map 11. God, I'm curious how other people have ran this in streams because this is crazy. Okay, so that
Excuse me.
Bless you.
K18. So you guys are coming down from K64.
Oh.
K64. Gaia.
Oh, I see on Twitch.
Yeah, so hold on. The Larders of Ill Omen. That is that's a good band name.
That sounds like a fighting fantasy novel. Like,
It sounds like a Final Fantasy. I don't know. Okay, so where the hell am I? 64.
I think it's that one right there that's centered.
Yeah, it is. Oh no, I'm looking for the entry in the book.
Oh,
because
God.
let's be fair, guys, I didn't have time to study and do all of Ravenloft before game, so okay.
Fair.
And that means that
I don't think we can
judgment.
blame you.
I like that this is a surprise to both of us. What could it be? Bleh. We're here for fun. We're here for a good time, not for a Strahd time.
Strahd is not a good time. He's kind of a jerk.
So he's your type. Got ya.
Apparently that's Shasta's type, and she thought she learned her lesson.
Hey,
Nope.
he's rich.
Kind of like the song from Hercules that Meg sings.
Oh my god. Remind me to
Shasta
have,
Meg.
remind me to have a moment where you guys have to sing in character.
Oh
Or
no.
at least
Well,
do the
if we play that one, I can sing along.
do the shoe ops.
Hmm.
So I'm just trying to find the map in my map set so that I can guide you without constantly flipping back and forth through the book. Watcher House, Van Richten's Tower. These are all things that I don't need anymore. We already blew them all up.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Elevator? What? I don't need an elevator. Sorry, the
Elevator.
map pack I'm looking
The
at
hell?
has the all the stuff from Valaki thrown right at the beginning, and it's like, this isn't useful. Why? This isn't. None of this is alphabetical. Actually, it's all alphabetical except for Ravenloft, and that's
Not useful.
it's not useful to me. And now I'm in the Vistani camp. You know what? I don't even care anymore. Okay, I'll just flip back and forth. You find yourself 40 feet down at the bottom of this long, winding stairwell. Directly ahead of you, your light illuminates a 10-foot wide arched corridor. It's cold and moist. The cold seems to emanate from an open archway in the west wall. And so that is you just slightly around the corner here. To the north, you see that there is a door that leads to... Yeah, kick 68. Yeah. There's a door at the north hall, at the north of hall, and the archway leads to a large room with segmented alcoves. Do you take a peek inside, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sickly yellow lichen covers the ceiling of this cold, damp, 10-foot wide passage running east and west. Opening off both sides of the passage are 10-foot square alcoves that contain rotting cots, rags, and the skeletal remains of castle guards. Deathly silence fills the hall. How far are you going in?
Gonna do one of my paladin things, I think.
Okay.
The one where I detect if there's undead around.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Where's the fun
divine
in that?
sense.
Just get surprised.
Within 60 feet, and I'll know if it's celestial fiend or undead if they are there.
Sure. Sounds good. It's automatic, right?
Yeah.
As you go to step inside of the room, you activate that sense and you can smell decay. And in the silence, the deathly silence of this room, you and only you will hear from almost a dozen voices. Each one of these beds has an undead lying on it, waiting.
She's gonna put a hand up and be like, and she'll like step back.
What is happening?
Undead.
Of course. We
Oh,
are
yeah.
where we are.
Oh, I know. Just wanted to make sure.
Oh, is that all? Dawncaller will walk in.
All right. With that, let's roll initiative because they're not going to get a
Yes,
surprise round
please.
now. Okay, go ahead, roll me initiative. We are going
Oh,
to...
good.
Nice. I'm going to start using, and this is going to be in all of my games, I'm going to start using new rules that are just for my games and not 5th Ed. I've been doing a lot of research and watching a lot of videos on just basically reminding myself that I should just run games like I run games, rather than I
Yeah.
should run games like people expect them to be ran. So with that in mind, I'm going to start using minion rules when it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Minion rules, don't worry about it. It just means that things are cooler. All right, so initiative. Everybody give me an initiative roll. Can I get 20 or above?
24, nat 20, baby.
Okay. Dawn
there it
Caller.
goes.
Anybody above 20? Anybody above 18? 17, 16, 15.
I was
All
at
right.
17.
17 with BK. All right. Shasta, what do you got?
6.
6 and Zan?
12.
Okay. So, okay, Zan, and then you got 6. Was that right, Shasta?
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8. Okay, Dawn Caller, you stride into the room. There's a sudden crackling of xylophoning of bones as skeletal guards will lurch up and will lash out at you, but you're too quick. What would you do? Each one of these alcoves that you see ahead of you has a skeleton leering out of it, charging toward you, all in rapid succession, their bones slapping the floor.
She's gonna say out loud something about, hey, I thought we were welcome to explore. And
I
then
mean-
if they keep attacking her, she's gonna react defensively and attack back.
They are going to attack, yes.
Okay.
You're allowed to explore to your heart's content, but that doesn't mean that things won't attack you.
She's basically just covering her ass in case Strahd gets angry. So she's like, well, sorry, one sec. I'm just double checking what my stuff is because it's been a little while.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that's one of those, and my spear does a d8. Okay. I think I have got my dice ready.
All right, so go ahead. So you may spread your attacks out. So 3 of them are going to charge you.
Okay.
Actually, 4 of them are going to be within range of your spear as they lurch forward, brandishing their long swords at you.
Okie dokie. Well, I've got 2 attacks, so I'm
Okay.
going to hit 2 things.
Okay.
I think spread out the love.
Spread up the love.
I just have to remind myself of what I'm adding to stuff.
You are adding your strength plus your proficiency bonus
Yay.
plus, I think,
I've-
1 for your spear.
I've got a sheet with stuff on. I just need
Okay.
to find where it all is again.
So that reminds me, I need to double check.
Been a little while for looking at it. Okay, so 2 attack. Oh, and I would really, really like to rage.
Okay, you may rage.
Been a while. So that is going to be 29 on one hit and 25 on the other hit.
Okay, those are both going to be hits.
And that is going to be 17 damage on one hit
All right, so
and
You s-
19 damage on the other hit.
all right,
no,
you sir.
no, that's actually 1 sec more. 22 damage. Some of
20
which is radiant.
All right, so 2 of them lurch toward you, bringing down shattered blades of rusty longswords into, like, directly toward your body. How are they both returned to their rest? For you destroy 2 of them with your mighty spear.
I am just that good. I think at least one of them. Actually, the first attack. So the first attack is the 22,
Okay.
which is partially radiant. She's gonna shove the spear up inside the rib cage as the radiant damage expands out from it, and it just
Okay.
blows apart
Okay.
in a shower of holy light.
Holy light and bones will explode across the room. The second one charges you, brings its longsword down toward your face, and how do you destroy it?
I poke the spear through its eye socket and just pull the head clean off.
So as you do so, it will off of its spine, and you will hear the head go, "Oh, bother," as you smash the head against the wall.
This is most amusing.
It is most amusing. All right, Brother Karis, you're up. What do you do, my friend? There are still 8
All right,
of them remaining.
8 of them. Where's the biggest group?
The biggest group are all coming from the back. Basically, picture the Agent Smith fight. They're all pouring out of these, while Burly Brawl is preparing to play in the background. So Dawncaller has stepped into this first square alcove, like basically the first square of the hallway, and is going whoosh, whoosh, taking 2 of them out as 2 more rush, and you can see another 6 behind them rushing into the fray.
All right.
So a Kamehameha will take them right out.
In the interest of conserving resources, though, I need to pick which Kamehameha I do.
Okay.
I'll pull out my shield and walk casually if I can, or like huffingly jog if I need to, towards the concentration at the back. And as I get there, assuming I can do it with a casual walk, I go, rest. And I will use Word of Radiance. So everything within 5 feet of me makes a con save. On a failed save, they take 2d6 radiant damage.
Okay. So here is the deal with that. Are you pushing past the attack of opportunity range of the first guys?
If I need to get to the bigger group, sure.
Okay. So what is your armor class?
18.
They lash out at you and you'll hear ping, ping, as 2 blades bounce off of your armor and shield. You deftly dodge out of the way, huffing as you make it to the back and drop that spell. What's my DC?
16.
Okay. Okay. One of them. How does this look? Like, what happens here?
In this case, because I only pulled out my shield and I didn't pull out a mace, I just like sweep my hand in a wide arc, and everything. I assume they're all in front of me. Everything in the 5 foot sort of gets caught in a weird red and orange tinged light as I inform them that they should rest.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
Before you even finish your sentence, one of them is just going to look at you. Its eyes are going to flare up with your holy light, and it's going to start vibrating and go into bone meal. The others are going to turn and look at him like, Bob? And then 4 more are going to take full damage from that.
8 points of radiant
8 points of radiant damage. They're going to... out of the 6 that were standing there, 1 will remain standing and looking down at like just the piles of sudden bone meal that have coalesced on the ground. Hi.
I make eye contact with the eye sockets and give like a curt nod.
All right. So skeleton number 1 and 2 are going to scream for the Tsareviches and take a couple of swipes at Dawncaller. Dawncaller, make me an attack of opportunity roll.
That is going to be a 28 to hit.
28. All right. So how do you kill the one on your left that charges you?
I would like to basically like sweep my spear and trip it and then hit it with a butt to knock it straight into the wall and just let it brittly shatter.
So you are going to be able to just snap its legs off at the knees as you do this, and then propel the rest of it into the wall. As you were doing that, though, you didn't see the one behind you step up and plunge its blade into your side with a critical hit that is going to deal you. That is going to be +2. It's going to be 14 points of damage, which turns into 7.
Yep.
Because he got you good. The other, I rolled a 20 and a 1. So hey, that's fun. Another one.
These ones, they don't have blood, right? So that the spear thing doesn't count.
The spear will not, because they are not living. No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You are dead. Another one of them is going to launch himself at. Let's see. Yeah, because there were 10 of them. One of them is going to turn and launch himself at Brother Karis's back. And is going to be just pushed aside by the shield that Brother Karis had up when he swept his hand. The last one that you made eye contact with, oh, look at the time! Behind you! He was going to yell, And I got a 4.
He somehow misses my unathletic frame on his own.
No, he's just trying to convince you to look behind you.
Oh.
I have a persuasion roll of 4.
Oh.
Or pardon me. That would be a deception roll of 4. Behind you!
I see.
Oh, better go. He dances his way back into the pack. He's going to disengage. You can make me a free attack if you'd like.
Sure.
You can let him go or you can hit him. Your call.
I'll let him go. And
Okay.
as he goes, I'll go, you know that there is more than one Von Zarovich.
The boss had a kid. Good for him. Mazel tov.
No, the brother, you idiot.
Oh, that jerk? Yeah, I know about him, and that's probably the entire round. So, you are going to be skeleton number 6 for purposes of exploding people. So there are
I like exploding people.
2 people still up. Zan, you are up. There is one that just stabbed Dawncaller directly in front of you, and another one who is attacking Brother Karis from the rear. And
Stab
a
it in the
third
back.
one that is kind of dancing back toward an alcove, kind of trying to be casual.
I'll attack whoever's closest.
All right, so you are going to be able to sneak attack this one that's attacking Dawncaller right now.
Okay. In that case, well, I might as well use my rapier and a dagger.
Might as well.
Nice.
I just rolled double ones.
Oh no!
Did you? Oh no!
I have never seen that before.
Oh no! I've seen
no.
double 20s before, but I've never seen double
I
ones.
think-
I
It's-
have. I've rolled them.
Yeah, well, that's you.
He is going to
That's-
dance out
whoa,
of the way. Can you roll me sneak attack damage?
I can. 2, 3, 4. Those. 6, 12. 14, 19. 20. 26. 30. 40.
40. All right. Dawncaller, as you spin around like that, you're stabbed in the back. Zan leaps forward, but the skeleton somehow sees this coming and is... Oh, you know what's going to happen? It's going to be a rough one. So Zan, you lunge forward. You're so used to fighting things with flesh and blood that the skeleton is going to twist as he is stabbing, and your rapier is going to strike. It's a beautiful strike. It slides right between his ribs and directly into Dawncaller. You were expecting resistance. Dawncaller, you're going to take 20 points. Oh, pardon me. You're going to take 40 points of damage because it's a magical rapier. I'll say that the dagger doesn't hit, though. Oh,
Okay.
rough one, Mike. I appreciate you, though. Good solid hit. Dawncaller, blood is going to well up on your lips as this magical blade is going to bite into your back.
Woo.
The skeleton next to you is going to be like, hey, look, no hands! And let's see, that was boop, boop, and I think number 6 was down there. So, cool. Shasta.
Okay. So the one that...
So
Oh,
there
God,
are
this is
2
a
up
mess.
that you can see. Although with your
Yeah.
divine sense, you can see that there is one more that's kind of hidden behind an alcove about to jump out. So there are still technically 4 remaining.
Okay. Whichever one seemed closest to me, I think.
Okay, that is the one that Zan just stabbed through.
Okay, I'm gonna attack it. I have 2 attacks. And just to check, did we reset our spells, or were we
Yes.
still carrying on from... Okay,
I think I said you
Like,
took a long rest.
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's fair. I mean, you guys just recruited a bunch of zombies to help you out, so might as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah, we rested at Mordecai's.
'cause,
We ended
trying to-
going back there, so.
Boys
Right,
in
okay.
Canaan.
So That's the exact same roll on both of those dice. Wow.
Was it
okay.
a 1? Because this
No,
makes
it was a
it...
4.
How fast can you kill collectively?
That'll be a total of 2 19s.
That's going to be 2 hits. Roll me damage.
The question is, do I want to use my...
Would you
I'm
want
probably going to wreck them anyway.
I think you're probably
so-
going to... You saw Dawncaller kill 2 of them.
I think so, because that's going to
And
be
a third.
8 and 12.
All right. You slam your blade... or your sword?
It's my longsword. Yeah,
Your
I had
longsword?
to... My silvered longsword, but that
You
doesn't
slam
really
your
make a difference here.
longsword twice down into the skeleton ahead of you, and its head is
Hack
going
and
to
slash.
spin off of its body, and its bones are going to collapse and slide off of Zan's blade. All right, so that one is dead.
Shrug?
Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, 2 more remain, plus Dancing Skeleton. And then the hidden one is going to leap out and try to stab you, but you can see it, so it does not get advantage on you. It does, however, get a 17 to hit you. Oh, pardon me, it gets a 19. Yeah.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay.
Yeah.
This one leaps out of the wall to the right of you, bringing its short sword down. Bringing its long sword down on the side of your armor. You are going to take 6 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and that's it. That's all I can do with these. They're skeletons.
Yay.
Okay, Dawncaller, you are up. Now, just to describe the scene, there's the long corridor. You are here. Zan is there. Shasta's there. A skeleton has just leapt out to strike Shasta. Further down the hall, Brother Karas is being attacked from the rear and is having a conversation with another skeleton.
He's talking with him. Okay. I am going to wreck the one that I got stabbed through.
That one just got wrecked by Shasta.
Okay, did it get wrecked?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn and wreck the nearest ones then.
Okay, then that's the one that just stabbed Shasta, so you're going to turnabout's fair play.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Oh, my barbarian dice are so nice to me.
Are you doing both to this one, or are you going to attack this one once and then step forward and attack the one that's attacking Karas?
That.
Okay. Remember to
The
state that
one-
before you roll usually, but I mean, they're skeletons, it doesn't really matter.
I also got 2 successes, I'm sure of it. And one of them's a nat 20.
Okay, so just roll me damage on the second one, and then just describe how this goes.
Okay, so the second one did... that is... 12... Yeah, 12 damage.
12 damage, alright. You are going to reduce that one to so much bone meal and rubble.
I really want to know what I would roll for the
Yeah,
other one,
go ahead.
so I'm going to find out.
Now, are you rushing to attack, or are you just, like, throwing your spear?
I'm just going to run over.
Okay.
$38 points of damage.
38. So how does that look?
That's the one with radiant too. I rolled it on my barbarian rim dice, and that's the color I'm using for the radiant damage. So technically, actually, that's the first one.
Okay.
That is done to the first one because that has to
Okay,
be.
so it just
die is on that
explodes in
one.
radiant light, and then you rush over and whack the other one's head off like a golf ball?
Yeah, you know what? She'll really like wind up and just thwack it with the spear haft. Not even bother with the blade. They're not
All
worth
right,
it.
you'll knock it around the walls. Wow, wow! All right, and so that is number...
I'm sure all her 8-foot height can really get a nice lean back and.
Okay, number 10 is dead. Number 3 is dead. Brother Karas, you are up, and it's just the one that is kind of dancing back toward the wall. I think we're kind of out of combat rounds for the moment.
That seems fair to me. Hold on. Which von Zarovich is a bastard, and which do you serve?
I mean, technically, neither of them. I mean, that's kind of the deal with nobility. There's a lot of siring, but I think they were both legitimate. But if you mean a real prick, everybody liked Sergei.
And do you serve Sergei?
No, he's a prick. I said everybody liked Sergei. I'm not everybody. I'm special.
I understand this temptation. So, what you're saying is that you despise Sergei and serve his brother.
I serve the Lord of Ravenloft, obviously. I mean, this is his place. He built this. Swell guy, named it after his mom.
This I did not know.
It's touching.
It is indeed. But it is regretful that you do not serve Sergei. For now, you two must sleep.
But I can help you. You don't have to put me to sleep. You know.
How can you help me?
Look. You're all wrong here. You're serving the wrong guy. I'm just saying, if you guys are on Sergei's side, the guy had a real false face on him. Sure, shiny paladin-y, holy knight type of bullshit. But he was a real... Any of you younger brothers or sisters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you an asshole?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well...
Pretty much.
There wasn't nothing that Sergei didn't... There's nothing the Lord didn't have that Sergei didn't try to take.
I see. And as a result, I have heard that Sergei now sleeps here while his brother rules.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit happens.
That it does? Do you happen to know where he sleeps?
I mean... Yeah, I do. But I'll guide you to it, too, but what's it worth to you?
What is it worth to you, my friend?
Can you raise dead? I would really like to live again. Listen, buddy, I would love it. Look, I was one of the only guards that was on duty when the whole vampire thing happened, okay? And I was trying to convince everybody that, yeah, we should totally stick with the boss. He pays us well, he pays us on time, and so they fucking stabbed me in the neck. See? Right here. He points to some notches on his throat.
It seems like the rest of them died too. Togatta looks around at the other skeletons.
They betrayed the boss.
And you got lumped in with them.
I mean, they killed me. And then I like to think that, he killed the ones that betrayed him. Or betrayed me, even. That would be swell.
Doesn't seem fair to you, because you end up having to serve with the people who murdered you.
Well, yeah, but that's why I still got, the ability to speak and reason and stuff. I'm a preferential skeleton.
So you get to know that you're working with the people who murdered you, instead of being blissfully unaware. That's terrible.
Yeah, no, really, it's fine. It means that I'm better at cards than them. Plus, we sleep most of the time, to be honest. We mostly just wait for intruders. It happens every couple of generations. Somebody walks through here, we go,
Right.
They'll come back to life in a few hundred years.
We are guests of the Lord of Ravenloft.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't immediately attack you. They're mindless for the most part, and assholes. There's a lot of dangerous things in this castle.
Now, as guests, I feel, wouldn't it be courteous of you to assist us in helping us find what we're looking for?
If the boss actually, if he actually said that you were, real official guests, then,
That we are, and we have paperwork to prove it.
Can I pull out the letter of
Oh, yeah, you
invitation
totally can. You
for our
totally can.
dinner?
No,
I'm
no,
gonna do that and show him.
no fooling. Huh? And he'll.
Yeah.
Can I see that?
Ooh, yeah.
He'll hold it up and. Ah, yeah. This is yeah. This sure is paper. And I guess that's the boss's signature right there.
Yeah.
Wow, if I could read, this would be something.
Can I? So yeah, I want to persuade to convince.
Yes, you
the
may.
skeleton to
Yes,
show
you
us
may.
where Stargate's resting.
Okay, go ahead.
Also,
Can I have assisted based on the previous
Yes, you may. You
conversation?
may roll
Okay.
with
do
advantage,
I have
Amy.
advantage?
Yeah.
Oh,
You may roll with advantage.
Please, dice.
And for those of you
Okay.
who care about purity, this guy is absolutely not in the module.
I love him.
Because I was just like,
So that's
I like him too much. I'm sorry.
persuasion. That's gonna be a 22 total.
22 total.
hmm
I mean, yeah, I don't see why I couldn't take you down to the crypts. I mean, they're not. I mean, they're, you know, it's. I can take you down there.
It would be most appreciated. You'd be very helpful.
Okay. But in the meanwhile, about that whole bringing me back to life thing, how does that sit in your craw? Look,
The only
We are-
issue is that, as you said yourself, you died long ago. If you had died recently, then I could assist you immediately. But as you died so long ago, I must gather various materials to ensure that
what kind of materials?
corporeal form. That is a wonderful question. Allow me to
what level spells
consult
can
my
you cast?
holy book. I can't cast Raise Dead. Raise
Yeah.
Dead is a 5th level spell. I'd need to be level 9. But it
no.
is still true that I would need to gather materials.
And Shasta will point out that we are affiliated, with a powerful wizard.
Mm.
So perhaps we might be able to introduce the two or discuss that if it will take longer.
You guys are so full of shit. It's
Can I
hilarious.
Should I roll deception?
But being blunt, I need a diamond worth 500 GP to
Which
cast
we don't
Raise Dead.
have.
Mhm.
Oh.
Even and I need to be level 9, which I am not.
I can fix one of those things, but that diamond's gonna be hard to come by.
Yeah.
Divination, freedom from movement. Yeah, I guess you really are a ways off.
Mm.
I mean, like I said, though, I do have Revivify. Like, if he had died within the past minute, I could bring him back to life. But
Alternatively, and Shasta will also interject, you do have other options. If you want to continue doing something meaningful, there are other ways to take advantage of your unlife.
Such as?
She's gonna pitch the whole Order of the Dragon
the Knights
an
of
option?
Argynvost.
Knights of Argynvost.
Have
Noble
you seen
warriors.
that pamphlet?
I mean, well, I mean, maybe.
It is something to consider. It might not be up your alley, but if you're tired of being down here and rotting away,
No, don't worry, there ain't much more to rot away from me.
well,
I'm bone dry, baby.
hmm,
You're,
Your bones- your joints chafe.
I mean, you know, who's don't from time to time? I mean, you know,
It seems
Wow.
very uncomfortable.
you got great cheekbones.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's
You
no
too.
problem.
They're very prominent.
Well, you know, I do what I can. If you, you guys are probably gonna screw me over for this, but like, if you find them materials and I guide you over, will you bring me back to life?
You know what? I will do my utmost to see it done.
Yeah, that sounds like a load of bullshit, but hey, you know, what else am I doing? Okay.
Come on. Look, this will be fun.
Oh, fun. Good. Like fun. Okay, I like fun. So, one moment while I check how the hell to get to this in this nightmare castle that we're in. Okay, so you need to go to 84. Oh, God. How the hell do we... Okay. Uh-huh. So how the hell do I get there? Okay, one moment. So we're here. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is this on top of this? Like, okay. To map 3, no. To map 5, no. This is map 12. How the hell do you get to map 12? Okay, hold on. Boop, boop, boop. You guys are, like, really far down. Okay. Do you have to... Hold on. I know I could put us on break right now, but I think it's just fun watching me scramble.
Yep.
I'm just really happy that my 20 charisma is helping.
As it should. Ooh.
Talk to everyone. Talk to everything.
Okay.
Everything can be a friend. If you
Okay,
just
so...
smile hard enough.
So... Ooh, wait, hold on. That looks like... That is a shiny room full of shiny stuff. One moment. Okay.
Shiny stuff. I like shiny stuff.
60. Is that
I'm
65?
gonna-
Okay.
I'm gonna take a hot second.
Who the hell's that? Oh, that guy. That's a guy. That's a guy in a place that you didn't go to because you guys skipped all of Kresk. I was like, "Here's Kresk," and you're like, "Hey, look, wine."
Nope. Not today.
All right. Sure. Well, you can go that way, and he'll point to the door to the north, and that'll take you eventually back up and around to the main floor, or we can go back the way you came, and then we got to go loop around.
Okay.
Okay, but if the boss shows up, I'm escorting you back to him.
Okay.
Good.
I think Dawncaller is just amused by this whole thing.
Private, by the way. Private
What?
Darzan or Anoba.
Private Darzan. All right. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
All right. Well, without further ado's, let's skedaddle.
This is amenable. Thank you kindly.
All right. And with that, he will begin to lead you back up the stairs. I think this is a good time for us to take a quick restroom break. So, hey, we'll be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Back in 5. Welcome back to Curse of Strahd, here on Dork Tales. What? What?
That was the moment that Precarious's chat came up.
Bork, bork, bork. Damn it, bro.
I was being all serious and I saw that. I just couldn't hold it in.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back to Curse of Strahd here on Dork Tales. All right, so you move through Castle Ravenloft, being guided by this suspiciously hospitable skeleton, Private Darzan Oranova, and he takes you back up the winding stairwell above you, the 40 feet up to the main floor of Castle Ravenloft, and then out and around. He takes you down a side corridor. And one moment, let's check that out and see if anything happens in... Okay. He takes you back around through that secret passageway, through the dining room, which is still set with sumptuous delights. As you head through the room with the arrow slits and into the dining room, you will see that the sky is darkening in the distance. You don't have much time now, not much at all. You move through the dining hall and into the room that you teleported into. The spiraling staircase directly in front of you seems appealing, but instead he veers you off to the north, and then through a set of double doors to the east. You find yourselves in a grand hall. Ah, we're finally at that damn grand hall. Choked with dust that stretches into the darkness ahead. Webs hang from the arched ceiling like drapes, and life-size statues of knights line the hallway on both sides. Their eyes watch you. as you move. Oh, Dungeons and Daiquiris. That's a really great idea. Ooh, thank you for hosting the stream, Dungeon Hunters. All right.
Rating.
You continue down the hallway, and he leads you to a spiraling staircase that descends into the floor behind a... Wait, is there access there? God damn it, I hate this castle. It feels like there should be access. So where... Wait, if you can't get into it there... One sec. Okay. To map 11. No, okay, yeah, you can. You can. Sorry. I'll show you why I was upset. Hold on. Let me just... I will duplicate this. I will copy, and then I will paste as a duplicate. Ah! I did the thing, and it went on top. Okay. So, the reason that I was like, oh, really? Is that he kind of, like, takes you out through here, and I was like, wait, is there a way... Oh, okay. So then he'll lead you into the front room. That's how he's going to get you there. Yeah, right about here. Oh, well, thank you so much, Dungeon Hunter. That's really sweet. From our adventuring party to yours. Okay. So. Oh, God, so much sauce.
Yeah?
We have issues that involve sauce. Soy sauce? All right. Let's see. So he takes you around the front of the room and out into K15. I just looked down and said great entry. I thought it said great energy, and I was like, that's how I'm feeling too, map of Strahd. Feeling great energy tonight from everybody. God damn, I'm dumb tonight.
It's okay, we all are.
Okay, so let's make you visible, Ravenloft map 2. And Bartok the bait. Okay. Alright, so. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, this is Curse of Strahd episode 18. We are going to just have fun with this because this module is a trip. He leads you through a set of double doors at the end of the hall, and you find yourself in a dim room, colored light filtering through the tall, broken, and boarded up windows of stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot-high domed ceiling. A balcony runs the length of the west wall, 50 feet above the door. In the center of the balcony, two dark shapes are slumped in tall chairs. Benches, coated with centuries of dust, lie about the floor in a jumbled disarray. Beyond this debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands on a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas-reliefs of angelic figures entwined with grapevines. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar. A black mace lies on the floor near its feet. Okay. What do you do?
Definitely look for traps.
Okay. Go ahead. Make me
Approach
an
carefully.
investigation roll. You approach carefully.
I turn to our skeleton companion.
All
and
right,
say,
so look, hey guys, this is about as far as I can take you, really. But what you're gonna do is, if you go around the corner here, you see there should be like a little, like a stairwell going down. If you follow that stairwell all the way down, like it's about like 80, 100 feet. I mean, when it stops, you're there. You know, kind of like life. If you go all the way down...
I got 15.
You got a 15? All right. You're looking around. It doesn't appear that there are any traps, but there are a couple of things that you're going to notice that are quite interesting. Which I will inform you of as soon as this stupid skeleton shuts up. Which... I just need to check one last thing. Where is Sergei's corpse? I summon you, corpse of Sergei. Element room. What the? Okay, this is room 84. Sorry, this thing is huge. Boop, 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 boop. And they're not in the order you'd expect them, so. Ooh, that's fun. So you'll go down. It'll lead you to this big room, and Wait, does that not lead here? Son of a bitch. Does that lead here? I hate this map so much.
Just if it
Oh, okay.
makes sense to lead there, just
It does,
make
it does.
lead there.
Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to go all the way to the bottom here. Well, that's K18. Does that go... Oh my god, this map. Oh, yeah, that's K18. That's right. That's right. Where does that one go, then? Oh, that other room would have gotten you down here eventually. Yeah, well, whatever. Okay, sorry. Guys, this map has, like... it caps out at... not including the tombs as their own rooms. 88 different rooms. It's a nightmare.
Awful.
It's awful. Okay. Aw, Breck, it's really good to see you back, man. Like, really good to have you in the chat. I'm sorry it's super late where you are. Okay. Heading down into this, you go all the way down, and then you look around, and basically, if you're looking for Sergei, there's like a bunch of tombs. And then, like, some side rooms. I mean, you can't really miss it. If you go down a hallway that is, like, just a hallway, you're not in the tomb room anymore. I mean, honestly, that's about it. I mean, just, like, you know, do be quiet because, you know, if the boss is still asleep, I don't want you to wake him up. That would be really rude of you.
All right.
Yeah.
We will do our best. Does that mean that his room is down there as well?
Whoa! Holy crap! We just got a lot of gifted stuff. Oh, thank you so much, Breck.
Wow.
Aw,
Jeebus, 20?
thank you so much, man.
Holy
That's
crap,
ridiculous.
dude.
Sweet.
It's good to have you back here. Also, feel free to plug your game that you're trying to get some more people to play. Like, seriously, you guys are doing it for charity. Plug the hell out of it. I give you permission to post all the links. Oh, man. Awesome. Good to have you. Like, not just for that. So oh. Now I'm derailed by joy. Damn. Okay. What were you asking just now, Amy?
I think Brother Karis was asking about.
Sorry, you look alike in my head.
Sure. I think we're both cute, so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, now I just made this joyfully awkward. Okay.
I am comfortable.
Yeah, that's true. You know I think you're handsome.
Thank you.
It's nice to have good-looking friends.
It's true.
Right? It means that you don't have to look at somebody. All right, never mind. So, what were you asking? Does that mean...
Does that mean that your boss sleeps down there as well?
Yeah, he's got his own... I mean, sometimes he's got, like, his tombs down there, yeah.
Thank you. Private. Or Zena, or Nova.
No, Orzo's the pasta, I'm Oranova.
There we go. I really wanted to put a Z in there. Oranova.
Oranova, yeah, Oranova. You have fun in that chapel. I ain't heading in there.
That's understandable.
Why
Zan-
not?
Because it's all full of, like, god stuff, and like, being a unliving skeleton is just not very good for my complexion.
You know, where we come from, some of our gods are very in tune with the unliving.
Oh yeah, where you come from?
Elos?
Gesundheit. Well, I mean, y'all, I will see you around, okay?
Yeah,
Certainly.
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll be out here if you need me. And they'll just turn and stand in the doorway. Zan, as you're looking around the room, you can see that it doesn't appear there are any traps here, but the figure slumped across the altar is wearing full armor, dressed in dark mail. Behind him, you can see, illuminated by light, a silver statuette. Not terribly large. It it looks like, because I don't have an item card, I will just hold a book up for you. It looks like a praying person with a
Ooh.
with a flat cap. It looks quite expensive. What you will also see, though, is that the dead adventurer is wearing a handsome fur-lined black cloak embroidered. Sorry, I was stuck in my mouth. With golden thread that looks quite expensive, and it is very fashionable. A suit of chainmail. However, that mace is just the mace that lies on the ground next to the corpse. Is
Just.
it's a pair of skulls. You're not sure what creature was fashioned into this, but this has a fanged maw reaching down over the purple spiked haft. A pair of horns jut out, 3 skulls, basically skull, forming a triangle, with bladed horns reaching up toward the sky. Like this.
Gotcha.
Very nice.
Yes. It looks wicked as hell. But you don't see any traps or anything here, thankfully. Good. But you do see all that cool loot. Yeah, what do you do? Zan,
I
since-
put on my looting gloves because I'm gonna Indiana Jones this stuff.
Okay. Do you take the statue?
Heck yes.
What's your alignment
Today?
today?
Geez, it's been a while. Got it good.
Got it good. All right. You take a moment, charge up, back and forth, and then tip the statue into your hand. Your hand passes through the shaft of light. Nothing happens. The statue tips into your hand, and you will feel a chill run through you as you touch this 10-pound statue, 12 inches tall and made of the purest silver. You think this is probably a cleric of maybe the Morning Lord? It's... Damn. Oh, you'll have to attune to this for this to be good, but this seems important. The corpse that's laying across the altar is has been there for quite some time. You can see that... Damn, it didn't narrate... you know what? This is my bad. I didn't narrate this quite as correctly as I could have. So as you are looking at this corpse, it almost looks like the corpse died trying to touch the statue. Is something that I just realized is through the non-quote text is kind of implied.
Oh.
So, long story short, we'll retroactively make that more dramatic. You grow up and you see that you do the thing, and maybe you even have his hand tip it over into your hand or something. But yeah, so he definitely got burned to death by touching this thing. You're fine. In fact, maybe after the fact you're like, wait, was he trying to grab that?
Yeah, like, should I put this back? Hey, I'll put the statue in the dead body's hand. Be like, there you go. It's everything you always wanted.
The hand will fall off.
Perfect. He doesn't want it. I'm taking this.
Well, you unhanded that thing. All right. Do you
Single-handedly.
take anything off of the body?
No, I'm pretty happy with this.
Okay. Shasta, what are you doing as you're looking around the room? Do you investigate the scene as well?
I think so, yeah. After
Cool.
she finishes talking to Private Darzan Oranova.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you all have a
What's
great
his name?
time.
Yeah. So she'll take a look around and
Okay, so as you're
Um,
looking around, you will find this mace as well. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, her axe apparently stabs her now, so she'll go to pick it up.
It is pretty dope.
Is it?
It fits your hand perfectly.
Oh,
Yeah,
I should be able to use maces, right?
you should be able to. Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah, sure. I will take it.
Okay. You'll have to investigate to see what this does, but I'll just let you know you can add Mace of Terror to your equipment list.
Fun.
Ooh.
Can you make me a Can you roll me a charisma save real quick?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
That's a 25.
Damn, you actually something 2021 is making you roll well.
25. But not for everything. I'm using my blood rune dice for Shasta. It seems to make a difference.
Lindorm dice, not sponsored, still somehow sponsored.
We love them. They're great.
They're great. They're nice people.
Yeah.
They need to charge my damn credit card for the new Kickstarter though. All right, so looking around the room, you could also loot the body entirely and take his expensive cloak.
Yeah? Sure.
Sure.
Might as well. Just
You
go
can have a
loot the body.
250 gold piece fur-lined black cloak.
Ooh, fancy.
As if we'll ever get a chance to sell it, because
You could
Yeah,
wear it.
but still
yeah, I'll also
fancy.
wear it. It's
Enjoy
black
the
fur-lined.
fancy.
Honestly, it looks like it would be good. It would look good on you, Shasta. You're the right height.
Uh-huh. Nice. It's like it was made for me.
Maybe. You could also take his chainmail if you wanted to. It doesn't appear to be magical.
It's probably not any better than what I have. Well, maybe? I have scale mail.
It's chainmail, so...
That's what I have. I mean, so let me just double
Do you have
check.
chainmail or scale mail? Because there is
I
a
have
slight...
scale mail. That's what I'm looking at to see if it gives me a benefit. Scale mail, chain mail
I think chainmail's better.
Chain mail is yes, it is better. But let me
Chain
just see.
Mail, yeah, it's a 16.
And
What's
my
your dex
strength
mod?
does work for it. My dex mod is +1.
Yeah, so this would
So
be plus
it's
1
just
to
a
AC.
deal. Yeah, so it would bring me up to chainmail is 16, 17. It would give me another additional +1 to my AC. I'll take it. I'll
Okay.
just I'll definitely just loot the body.
Okay, so as you do, his body will finish just crumbling to cinders.
Before I completely do that, am I able to take a look at his face and see if he looks like anything identifiable?
You see a mummified face screaming in agony.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes. You think
Oh.
he was human? But he looks like he was burned from within by radiant energy.
Huh?
Zan, if you are holding on to that, you have something called the Icon of Ravenloft.
Ooh.
Cool.
Are you guys going to take a few minutes to rest in here before you go on?
Might as
I mean-
well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess so. Though we don't
Okay.
have too much time.
You do not. So, taking a moment to recuperate, Zan, if you are holding on to this, congratulations. You have a legendary magic item.
Yay.
And here's what it does. I'll send you a link, but you'll be able to investigate it and attune with it. I'm dropping attunement to 10 minutes because... you can use this to cast augury with no material components once per day. While within 30 feet of the icon, a creature's under the effect of protection from good and evil against fiends and undead. Only a creature attuned to the icon can use its other properties. So basically, well, within 30, yeah. So basically, anybody within 30 feet is protected from fiends and undead.
Cool.
Which is pretty dope. You may
Once
use
a
it.
day.
No, that's always.
Oh, okay.
It's a 30 within 30 feet of you while you are carrying this. Anybody has protection from good and evil, which means this is an incredibly powerful relic. Protection against of good and evil.
Yeah.
Against fiends and undead means that protection from good and evil, or evil and good. They have advantage or disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. You also are immune from charming, being charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Nice.
If you are already charmed, you get an additional saving throw.
Oh.
Basically, so if like one of your friends is charmed and you step next to them, they no longer, or they have a chance to resist it now.
Okay.
It's redonk. Bane of the Undead. You can use the icon as a holy symbol while using Turn Undead or Turn the Holy feature. So you don't have those, but if, say, if Neil used it, then he'd get a +2 to his DC. And while holding the icon, you can take an action to heal one creature that you can see within 30 feet. They regain 3d8 plus 3 unless it is an undead, a construct, or a fiend. You can do that once per day.
Cool.
So I get the feeling this is some sort of holy artifact, right?
It is a holy artifact, but you can use it.
Yeah, but I'm kind of tempted to bequeath it to the, the Brotherhood.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, totally will.
All right, so I'm pretty sure that the holy, or the icon of Ravenloft is just on 5e tools. Yeah, so boop, there is that on 5e tools, and there it is in the chat. Amy, do you need the stats for the mace?
I do.
Okay, so you can just search Mace of Terror.
Okay.
But I will read it out to you so that you know what it does.
Okay.
So, Mace of Terror. Magic weapon has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action and expend 1 charge to release a Wave of Terror. Each creature of your choice within 30 feet must succeed a DC 15 save or become frightened for 1 minute. While it is frightened, it must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can and cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also cannot take reactions. For its action, it can only use dash to try to escape. If it can go nowhere, it can use the dodge action. So if you corner it, it can still try to not be hit. If it has, at the end of each of its turns, it can repeat the saving throw, ending on a success. It regenerates 1d3 charges at dawn.
Yeah, so it's basically just giving me a
Terror
thing that
wave.
gives me terror, which is great because that's one of the things that one of my divine channel divinity can do, sort of. But I can do more. Excite.
You can. And it also is a magic item, so it counts for overcoming magic resistance. If I am not mistaken.
Okay.
Right, because they didn't... It's not just +1 things, right, Neil? It's anything... Yeah, because if you cast Moon Gleam, whatever that is, the one that lets your sword glow in the moonlight, or glow mildly, that counts for damage resistance and is 50 gold. Okay. Alright, so you are going to make your way through there and grab everything there as well as the cloak. You put on the armor, and the once giving it a quick clean, you can still smell the burned corpse inside of it. But the armor fits to you fairly well. It hangs a little loosely, and you'll probably want it taken in around the waist. But it's fairly nice, actually. You'll find yourself being able to move with quite a bit of alacrity. Not more than you would have before, mind you, but there's just something sturdy and nice about this. Your armor class will become 16?
18.
With the shield?
Goes up by 1. Yeah,
Okay.
with the shield.
Okay. Your armor class becomes 18 then. And this armor is kind of like a dark... I'm going to say it's kind of like a dark, kind of brushed gunmetal color.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, so
Very fancy.
you're definitely becoming a Dark Knight. Good job. Do you
She's
continue?
a paladin.
It's true. Do you continue downward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we do that, well, I appreciate this offering, Zan. I already bear a holy symbol of Ravenkind, I believe it's called.
No, you have. So he has the icon of Ravenkind. You have the. Are they both Ravenkind?
I think so.
What the hell? Oh yeah, holy symbol of Ravenkind, icon of Ravenloft. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
Well, I am happy to take this object. Shasta, you are not particularly forward with the god you follow, but you remove the forces of evil from this world. Are you sure it wouldn't enhance your strength?
I'm uncertain.
That is fair. I am happy to take this, but as I already bear a symbol of this land upon my body, if it would better suit another.
Come on, take it as a donation. How often do I give to charity? Give it to some orphans or something.
He has a point.
You should
Your
probably
words.
keep it in safekeeping.
Persuasive words. And I'll take it and it's 12 inches high and it's just a statue.
It's just a statue, yeah.
Tuck it somewhere into my traveling clothes.
Okay. I mean, that it works. Like, you won't be able to use its active items without pulling it out, but like the passive effect will work. Meanwhile, as you're sitting there, a silver goblet filled to the brim with wine floats through the door and toward the stairwell. It passes by you at about hand height, about chest height, and just slowly, as if someone were carrying it, walks it toward the stairwell descending down. What do you do?
Just
Th-
Wink at it.
anything that I know about that sort of thing,
This curious object drifts into view as if carried by an invisible hand.
Shasta will follow it.
It will head through the back area that the private told you about, down into the boop boop boop. That is K17.
Oh wait.
Large. Oh, pardon me. The arch room connects to a vast chamber. What? Is it K17? Or is it K18? Yeah, K17. Okay. The arched room connects to a vast chamber to the east, and that's where you are. To the left of the landing, the stairs curl down into darkness. To the right, the stairs climb into thick drapes of cobwebs. Alcoves to the north and south hold 8-foot-tall sculptures of helmed knights with bright blades. Black shadows obscure their faces. The cup begins descending down the stairs.
That doesn't seem good.
It's going slow. Like, you could take it if you wanted to.
He's summoning it, isn't he?
As I said, that does not seem good.
Come on, let's. Maybe we should move quickly.
I am in agreement.
And I think we're gonna try and head towards Sergei's tomb as quickly as we can.
Okay.
Some with stealth? No stealth.
Eh.
Tempted stealth?
You can attempt stealth.
Sure, I have disadvantage.
Me too.
Okay.
Alright, that's a 3 to stealth.
23.
23.
9.
9. Okay.
Okay.
Zan?
28.
28. All right. So that is at least 50% of you passed. So technically that is a victory. Sort of.
I'm just gonna kind of motion for them to go on ahead if they seem to be moving more stealthily than her. Just like...
Your chain armor jangles, as does the bulk of Brother Karis and all of the magic items he's carrying. Clang, clang. The goblet descends down the stairwell, and you follow it with your lights out. Soon, you descend for what feels like half an hour. So much time passes. 1 floor, 2 floor. You must be down 4 entire levels. But before long, the ground will even again, and you will find yourselves in an immense room. Buried beneath the keep of Ravenloft lies an ancient catacomb with arched ceilings supported by wide, hollow columns that double as crypts. Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air. A thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste. The black ceiling above you moves. What do you do?
So it moves?
It swarms and shivers.
Ew.
I'll send you a copy of the map as well so that you can see. This is map number something, obviously. This is that crazy map. This is where it's going to get complicated because we will have to be very specific about the route that you take.
Okay.
Because there are so many potential things. Okay, so it's this one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you're seeing it on the.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it on Twitch.
So
That's
this one.
a lot.
Okay. All right, so it's now in the Zoom chat.
Okay.
All right. Looking all around you, you can see that the arched ceiling here is swarming with tens of thousands of bats.
Ugh.
Right.
They appear that they're still sleeping, although with the sun descending from its perch, it should only be it might be only a few minutes before these take to the sky. Bless you.
It's alright.
All right, so what do you all do?
Wait and see what happens?
I'm sorry, where are we on this map?
So look at the very center of it.
Okay.
Center of the bottom bit. You are at the base of the stairwell leading into the big room.
Oh, okay. And did he give...
He did not. He said that it was in one of the side rooms. So basically, this kind of is a large catacomb, and it doesn't really represent that on the map. Like, it's really hard to imagine this as a catacomb.
Yeah, I'm
but
guessing.
kind of picture that the ceiling is only about 10 feet tall. I think I said.
And is each of those little blocks a
crypt?
Individual crypt? Okay.
Yes. So this catacomb area fills roughly about 110 feet east to west and 180 feet north to south. The floor is covered with several inches of bat guano.
Ew.
The catacombs are made of 10-foot high arched walkways running between 10-foot square crypts, which serve as pillars that support the 20-foot... Oh, the ceiling's 20 feet high. Okay, my bad. So, you can look around and move, but I want you to kind of let me know the pathway you want to take. So, for
we
this...
split up?
My favorite.
All right. So,
Brother Carr says more quietly than I will say because I am speaking into a microphone and not whispering in a crypt. Perhaps it is best if two of us go to each side. We know it is on one side or the other. Meet back here as fast as we can and leave. for night has almost come. Yeah. And I start going left, because I always go left.
Always go left?
Left is right.
Okay.
Shasta's probably gonna follow him, actually. Because if we give away things on one side, at least the stealthy guys are on the other together and won't get caught.
Yeah, sure. Dawncaller will go with Zan.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the light situation down here? If it's pitch black, I have to do light. Otherwise, I'm just going to fall down.
Okay, it is pitch black. So, and 1 second. Boop, boop, boop.
I guess at that, then Dawncaller will have to light a torch.
I have a lantern.
Oh, you do? Okay. So
yeah. Okay. It's shuttered, so I can shutter it if I have to.
So you are headed, just to confirm, so Neil, you are headed to the north?
Yes. We left from the stairwell. Yep.
And I will cast light on a small enough object that I can wrap it in my hand. Like
that music's gotten really ominous real quick.
I'm noticing that too.
Oh, look, it got quiet again.
No, it didn't. It got loud again.
Fine, everything's fine.
Sure.
So I'll start with Team North first. How far in do you go before you start heading up to the left, or do you hug the wall?
I favor hugging the wall.
Same.
Actually, yeah.
Because we don't know the layout of this place.
Okay. You hug the wall, heading north. And soon, you can see that the room widens a bit. There to the left, a small passageway just off to the left, some 30 feet to the north, reveals that there's a small crypt directly there, kind of off on its own, in its own little tiny room there. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It looks like all of the others, though. Nothing ornate, just a slab. In fact, as you glance through slowly, the ceiling squirming and swarming above you. Each crypt is sealed with a chiseled stone door, a tight-fitting slab, 3 feet wide, 5 feet tall, and 3 inches thick. Each one of them, though, has an epitaph inscribed on the front of the slab. You're welcome to read them as you go, or ignore.
Shasta will glance at them.
Mm-hmm.
There are no bones atop the marble... pardon me. That's not what it says. That's the thing. King Troisky, the three-faced king. If you continue northward some more, there will be an arching as you are pushed back out to the center of the floor. Passing around that one, you'll see another crypt. However, the stone door of this crypt lies on the floor, its inscription obscured by fog. The crypt gapes open. A skull, some bone, and a few bits of rusted armor lie atop a marble slab, with a leering stone gargoyle squatting at each end.
Eye it, but keep going.
Okay, you just continue on. No problem. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Moving upward, you find that there's a simple crypt. Here lies the ones who walk on the path of pain and torment. No name. Just there, at the utmost corner of the room.
Like the one that leads to the long corridor, or?
What long corridor?
Sorry, but like, you know what I mean. Like.
Yeah. The door that's probably not a door? Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
When is a door not a door?
When it's adorable. There on the other side, you can see the northern wall. Just about 5 feet in front of you.
Yeah. I mean, Shasta's gonna keep going if she thinks this is just another one of the crypts.
Meanwhile, to the south, your allies. What are you doing? Are you hugging the wall as well?
I think Dawncaller will take her cue from Zan, as he is the
That's
one
fair.
who has the knowledge of the trappy traps.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye out for traps. And secret doors.
That sounds fantastic. All right, so Zan, which direction are you heading?
So we're going to the right.
Yeah, so you're going down.
Okay. I'm going to try to avoid like any of those doors or the slabs. So I think I can get to pretty much the bottom left side before we encounter a slab. So it's kind of a, I don't know, from the perspective of walking forward, go left, forward, right.
You're just trying
forward.
to stay away from the openings?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you'll find yourself there at the bottom left corner. Having worked your way through the darkness, the mass of writhing bats above you. There in the bottom corner, you will see that there's a small passageway leading to a crypt situated just slightly above that southern corner. Glancing down, you can see that there's a smell coming from the crypt off by itself there. Charnel. And awful. Do you continue along the southern route?
Yes.
Yeah, keep going south.
Okay, so you're as far south, so you can start heading along the southern wall.
Yeah, that's the direction we're gonna go.
Sounds good. Give me 1 sec. I just gotta check what happens if you ignore everything. Okay. How does that work? Okay, 1 second. I have to check something about rogues real quick. Okay. Rogues. No, I'm on sorcerers. Sorcerers are like rogues, but not. Okay, you're level 7, right?
Yeah.
So what's the thing that gives you advantage on your detect traps?
I got the pages. It is Player's Handbook page 167.
167?
Yeah.
Oh, you took a feat.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That actually might make something different. 1 second. So that is probably Keen Mind? No. Oh, I think it's Dungeon Delver. It's on 166.
Yeah, it
You
is.
have advantage on... Okay, so you search for traps that traveling at a normal pace. That was pretty dope, actually.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you an investigation roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
You can spend your inspiration to even this out.
Sure, might as well.
Might as well. So because you took a feat, I'll allow you to do something slightly superhuman.
18.
Nice.
Perfect. As you head along the southern wall, you can see that there's a room separated at the bottom. Looks like it leads off to a larger crypt chamber. A heavy portcullis stands closed in its archway. As you approach, you make your way around a couple of these crypts, guiding yourself along. You can see that there's one, its slab staring at you there on the left. Growlmore Nimblenobs, Wizard Ordinaire. Alright, fair. And as you go to step past that crypt, you go to put your foot down on the ground, and the hairs on the back of your neck shoot straight up. Your heart elevates in your chest, and it's like that adrenaline feeling, like waking from a nightmare. Oh, and Solomon just gave you your inspiration back.
Cool.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You get the sense that something bad will happen if you put your foot down there. There's something magical there.
I'm going to kind of reel back, like I realize I'm going to step on like a landmine or something and just be like, whoa.
You think that there's some type of magical trap there. And looking around, there are 3 different pathways that lead to this room. You think that this magical booby trap might be on all 3 of them.
I don't trust what's ahead of us. There's something there. I don't know what it is, but you know, you get those prickly things on your neck. But you probably don't know. You'd probably like never get nervous or anything. But I don't trust this. It seems like a setup. You know, like when you're about to have a bunch of people jump you out of an alleyway and beat you up. Well, you wouldn't know. But just trust me on this one.
I will trust you.
Okay, good. And I didn't mean when I stabbed you earlier either. So, like, really trust me?
Good. I am glad that you did not mean to stab me.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, if it means anything, you could, like, punch me, but I didn't mean it.
Well, if you did not mean it, I do not intend to kill you.
Okay, thank you.
So I would not punch you.
Okay, well, just don't keep going, because I smell like a trap. It doesn't smell good. Well, I don't smell it, literally. Like, I smell, I don't know, like that, you know, everywhere.
You said you smell like a trap.
No, I smell a trap.
You are odd, sir.
No, I make a lot of sense. It's all part of the plan.
Can I get a wisdom save from everyone?
Ooh, everyone. Also, Neil, remember that you are within like 30 feet of me, so you get, I think, advantage on this. Let me double check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Thing.
Zan?
11.
11? All right. You probably are going to be a little freaked out. The bats suddenly surge to life and begin swarming out of this area.
What? It's a bonus of my charisma modifier, which is +5.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
What'd you get?
There's a lot of math now.
Is it above 20?
25.
Okay. So the bats are suddenly going to surge to life and fly out, filling the top 10 feet of these corridors with fluttering blackness. They
That means
screech
it's nighttime now.
and fly off into the darkness. This takes almost a full 5 minutes for them to leave, so you have some time to move around them slowly. To the south, what are you doing down there?
Is that us?
Yeah,
Sorry.
your team south.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
Can I try and figure out whatever might be setting off Zan's senses? Like, kind of get down and look all around, like knowing there's something there?
You can try. Try as you might, though, you cannot see anything aside from the mist clinging to the ground. You can make me an insight roll.
Sure.
There we go. There's some bad noise. 16. It's probably a magical booby trap or something.
I guess. So is there any way to get around it? Like if we go
You
out
can't.
into
You
the
can't
middle?
see it at all.
No,
Zan
but he
shouldn't-
said kind of where he senses it.
He
where he
senses
thinks
it
it is.
directly in front of him, kind of on the way to that southern door.
Okay.
So you could back away. You could probably go back the way you came.
Does it seem like it's high up then? Like, could I like alley-oop over?
I don't know. It's like, you know, just one of those openings where it feels like we probably shouldn't go that way. Like, I don't know what it'll do. I mean, we could just walk in there, but
I'm very tempted.
I don't know what'll happen.
So each one of these slabs is 10 feet, I believe. Yep.
I mean, there's
Oh,
bars.
only 10 feet?
There's
I believe-
bars right there.
I believe the squares are only 10 feet, yeah.
Could I jump the space that he seems to think is?
Sure. There's no guarantee there's no space on the other side. That is also magicked.
Well, I mean, should we just keep going back out into the room then, and you can see if you can sense it?
I mean, I guess I could try jumping over onto the bars. I don't like that idea. But and once I get there, I wouldn't know what to do anyway. Well, you know, I got a file. I could try filing through if we got like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, so the other side is barred?
Yes, there is a portcullis on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at the map, you'll see that there are a number of little dots. That's where the portcullis descends.
Okay. I don't know.
You can try to jump across. I'm not going to stop you.
Okay, sure.
Okay, give me one moment to see whether or not you actually clear the area that you need to clear. I think it's a 50% shot if you can't see a trap, whether or not you turn it off.
Okay, I also have 40 feet of movement.
No, it's fine. It's just whether or not you you touch down.
Okay.
Okay. So Amy, do you think this would be a high or a low? High is good. Yeah, I'll say high is good. If you clear 50% on
high
my
is good.
dice. Okay. You fly through the air. Coming down. You land hard. Would you keep going or would you stop to try to catch Zan?
I would try and land and hold the position.
Okay. You
I
pivot
think.
back around, and as you do, you turn to hold the position. The tip of your toe crosses over a line. And suddenly, there is a swirl of motion. And what kind of light source do you have?
Zan has a lantern.
You do not have any light source at all?
I am not carrying one myself, no.
Okay, one moment. A flash of light explodes around you, and then you are plunged into absolute darkness, suddenly lying in a confined space choked with dust. You see her hit the ground, turn, and vanish. Suddenly, in her place, a rotting corpse stands. This is not just a skeleton, though. This is something else. Something more insidious. It looks at you with a bit of understanding in its eyes. Staring directly at you is a creature with an emaciated mouth stitched shut over sharp teeth that plunge through the knitted flesh. It kind of looks like this, actually. It snarls and draws its sword. And I'm going to cut to the north team. Meanwhile, actually, I'm going to say one thing, Dawncaller, as you hit the ground and look around.
Mm-hmm.
You will find yourself... Actually, you're in abject darkness.
Yeah.
So, okay. So until you turn on the light source, you're in absolute darkness. But you can still breathe, so that's probably good.
Yeah, that's a plus. I do enjoy breathing. Even Dawncaller enjoys it.
All right, cool. Meanwhile, to the north, as you continue your way upward, you will soon find yourself standing in front of a large room. You'll pass 2 more crypts as you make your way there. The crypts will be of Arista de Slop, Court Ceiling Painter, and Lady Isolde Yunk, Isolde the Incredible in parentheses, purveyor of antiquities and imports. And then soon, you're as north as you can go. Directly above you, you see that there is a portcullis closed in the archway to the northernmost tomb. It looks quite heavy. On the other side of the portcullis, you see white marble steps descend into a tomb with a vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead. A stillness, a calm amid the storm, radiates from this room. A white marble slab supports an intricately inlaid coffin. To the north, behind the coffin, are 3 alcoves. Just realized I should move that there. Are 3 alcoves. A beautifully carved statue stands in each alcove, a stunning man flanked by 2 angels, looking as polished and new as the day each was placed there. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall, west of the tomb's entrance. So out of your reach. The portcullis is lowered at the moment. What do you do?
Are we able to make out any names? Like, is there like a name engraved on like the side?
There is a name engraved on the slab there. From your vantage point, so you have dark vision. You'll be able to make out that it says Sergei Vonzarovich.
Tim. Okay.
Well, thanks for the gifting subs, guys.
More subs. Wow.
More subs. Yay, more subs.
Oh, the subs.
Good. Most of the subs went away over Christmas, so it's good to have them back.
This portcullis, you said, looks very heavy, and there's no lever anywhere.
There's not. You could try to force it up with strength.
I'll give it a shot.
Sure. Would you like to help, Brother Cars?
I'd love to.
Okay, so Shasta, you can roll with advantage.
Yay. Hold on. Is this strength athletics or just
It's just strength.
Just strength. That's a 16.
You move the bars about an inch together.
Ugh.
They're very heavily weighted. You are going... It's going to be hard to do this.
There's got to be a lever somewhere.
Kelly, you said there's a lever that we can see that is beyond
Yes.
the portcullis, so we can't
There
reach
it
it?
is. You cannot reach from this angle. So the portcullis is there. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall, west of the tomb's entrance. So...
I have an idea. One sec. So I can cast Misty Step if I can see an area within 30 feet.
Oh, can you? I mean, that'll work.
Yes. She's gonna do that. She's gonna teleport past the bars and
Okay.
see if there's a way to open it from the inside or something.
Okay.
I don't
There
know.
is a lever basically at the bottom of the stairs. You see that part where the wall juts out?
Yeah.
There is a lever right there. The portcullis begins to rise. It rises without a trouble to the top.
While it's rising, she's gonna turn back to the tomb and start looking around so that she's
Okay.
not just wasting time.
Sounds good.
And I'm gonna go in as soon as I can comfortably duck under it rather than waiting for it to go all the way up.
You will feel, even then, you'll feel your backpack tear a little as you duck a little too soon, because you're not particularly athletic.
Nope.
Okay? This area radiates calm. What do you do?
I'm looking for a magical sword. If there's not one clearly on display, like on any of those like statues, she's gonna start going for the tomb itself.
All right. So there is nothing on the tomb. Pardon me. There's nothing on the walls. But if you move toward the body, what you can do is, you can make me a strength check to just try to pull it open.
Yeah. She's kind of feeling a little rush for time, but
Okay.
It's 13.
13. You can't get it to budge. Brother Karis, what are you doing?
Smash this with magic, maybe?
Once
My
I'm in
crowbar?
there, I will try and help you. But if
Okay.
if that time for that action has already passed, then
So basically, like Shasta will be doing it when you duck under. So, so she starts to let up. You can try. You can try to pivot it as she's just trying to giving up and is looking about to smash it.
yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll
is-
even help
what's your
academically by being like, you have a crowbar.
Mine?
Mine's neutral good.
Neutral
so
good. Okay.
I want to.
And chaotic neutral here. Yeah. I have a crowbar.
Sure. All right. So go
Does that
ahead.
help?
You can make me that strength roll with advantage.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Nat 20! Woo!
All
So,
right.
22.
Just
but-
no big. Okay. So 1 second, please. Okay. As you push the crowbar down, you pivot, lifting it up easily. It doesn't take long for you to slide the top of the tomb, or pardon me, the lid on this casket aside. As you slowly lower it to the ground and look inside, you can see that there is a beautiful man lying in state. He looks like he's sleeping. His flesh is still slightly pink, slightly flushed. His embalmed body is clothed in shining plate armor, and in his hands he's holding a tremendous blade. Allow me to describe this blade for you. The armor is perfectly shining, by the way. The armor is shining to the extent that it, as your light touches it, it is going to strobe onto the ceiling, cascading light around this dim chamber. This blade is... well, I suppose saying it's a blade is a bit much. Resting in his hands is the hilt and pommel of what was once an immaculate sword. A platinum hilt and guard. However, the blade itself looks like it was removed and destroyed.
Fuck.
No, I love it.
Do either of you
Shasta
have...
gonna reach in and grab it.
Okay. One moment, please.
Which she's gonna try to anyway.
I was gonna say, thank you, my friend. We need to take this. But if you're going first, you're probably faster than me.
Okay.
In all fairness.
Make me a charisma save.
Sure. Will be... 18?
18? Okay.
I believe so, unless my thing gives me an extra boost to that. Wait, hold on. Oh, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet mistake a saving throw, you gain a bonus to saving throw. So, do my charisma modifier on top of my charisma save? Is that how that works?
You double dip on charisma saves when you're a paladin. It's rad.
Damn.
Okay, so add another 5 to that, so that's 23.
23? All right, we're tied. Okay.
Oh dear.
As you touch it, you are going to feel flush with purpose. You feel the need for vengeance rise up inside of you.
Hello, vengeance, my old friend.
You want to do whatever you can to destroy and end the darkness around you. You want not the darkness. Just one person. A flood of hate, singular. You want revenge. And you realize for a moment that sensation, that rush of revenge, is masking something. There's some emotion beneath it. Like a dog lashing out. But it dips away for a moment. Do you have any attunement slots?
I should still, yeah. Because I just have the mace, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got 2 more.
That sounds good. Does it? I mean, yeah.
Do
I
I
guess
need to be good aligned? Is the question.
that's the problem that I'm looking at, right?
Or will it make things more interesting if it's?
Well, I'm just wondering whether or not you should get this or Zan should get this.
Oh.
So. Well, you guys don't have time to.
We don't have time. We gotta go.
No.
You don't have time, so we'll figure that out later. Chat, weigh in if you think that this is something that should be usable.
I will point out that if she gets this thing and has the urge to enact vengeance immediately, she will probably immediately blow the horn and say it's time to end this and go fuck off.
Okay, are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll look at Brother Karis first and be like, let's end this, and then she'll just oh shit. Mm-hmm.
As you go to walk away, Brother Carr sort of weakly says to your back, "But you do not have a blade." As you're running out of the room, and then I'll follow you. I'll look back. Did anyone else hear that?
Good horn
Yeah,
noise.
she blew the horn.
Oh, okay.
I blew the horn.
Oh, fair. I'll look back at the corpse and say, "Thank you for whatever help you can give, or you have given," and then I'll follow her. So I'm 5 feet behind you, 10 feet behind you.
Meanwhile, Zan, I need an initiative roll.
Help. 17.
17. All right, and let's go with not a 17. Zan, you are first. This creature in front of you leers at you.
I will let out a high-pitched scream and run the other direction.
Okay, run the other direction. It is going to chase you, but I think you have the dash action as a rogue, so unless it has a dash ability, it doesn't. You are going to be able to run. Now, which way are you running? Are you running back the exact way you came?
No, I'm just gonna beeline north because I know the others are that way while crying loudly at the top of my voice.
Okay, so I'm just gonna check and see whether or not you're gonna trigger any traps or anything.
Oh, good.
Okay. Do you go? So you are going to probably go by number 18, 13, 14, and 9. So let's check those real quick. 18. Oh. Okay. 13. Okay, 14. No. And 9. Okay. You are going to run, beelining yourself north, rushing in between, trying not to slip on the guano as you hear the sound of something rushing up behind you. As you do, you are going to continue rushing along the walls, and then start darting toward the center of the floor where you hear a horn bellow out, guiding you to the north. And you are going to slide to a stop there. Now, if you see the portcullis here, as you pause briefly, just to catch your breath, at the crypt directly to the south of it, you are going to glance down and notice that it has... The stone door of this crypt has been carefully laid to the one side. Through the swirly mists of perpetual fog, you will be able to see freshly engraved letters that spell out the words Irina Kolyana, wife. The crypt itself is empty and swept clean. awaiting its inhabitant. And directly in front of you, you will see Shasta step into view.
Ah! I made a bad decision. Bad decision.
Meanwhile, Dawncaller, down wherever you are.
So I do have torches.
Okay. You can light one.
So I'm gonna light one.
Okay.
Find out where the heck I am.
That is a great question. I need more Post-its. Aha. Okay. So there. Needed that the whole time. Okay. So you are down in that room. Sorry, this is the nightmare of map situations in this area right here. So give me one sec.
Mhm. Yeah, no
Okay,
worries.
the teleport trap sends you down to area. Okay, so crypt. Okay, there we go. As you slowly light your torch, it will sputter to life. You find yourself at the in a dank vault with a 10-foot high ceiling. The room is awkwardly shaped and smells of rotten meat. Around you,
Joy.
15 stone coffins are scattered throughout, all oriented with their heads pointed north. The floor is covered with human bones and rusty swords.
Great.
Make me a quick perception roll.
18.
Okay. Looking up, you can see directly above you is a long shaft leading up. Let's see. It looks like above you goes up at least 30 feet.
Okay.
It's the only exit out of this room. So 10 feet above you is when the ceiling ends. If you can jump up, you could probably try to scale up that thing.
I have daggers. So can I jump and try and jam them between stones?
Yeah, I'll let you do that as part of your climb check. So go ahead and
Okay.
make me an athletics roll. What are you asking, Amy?
No, I'm just
Okay. You had a luck, so I
going,
wasn't sure.
Well, she's 8 feet tall, right? And it's
Yeah, so it's-
10 feet. Like,
Did you get a nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I add 8 to that.
All right. Where are you holding your torch while you're doing this? In your mouth?
Yep.
Okay.
In fact, I'll break off like the end of it so it's kind of flaring right over here.
Okay. So smoking your giant cigar.
Yeah. Basically. Because otherwise I figure I might like jam it against something when I'm trying to jump and I don't need to like break my own neck. That would just be like embarrassing.
Leaping up, you will begin to scale the walls, moving slowly up. It's slippery. And oh man, we got a nat 20. Hell with it. After a while, you'll find that stones protrude from the shafts at regular intervals, offering a little bit of a handhold that you can kind of wedge your daggers into.
excellent.
At the top of this, you'll find yourself staring at the inside of a crypt. The crypt door directly in front of you. The sound of water slowly drips down the shaft that you climbed up, which was part of the reason that you needed to make that roll. It was very slick to hold and move. The crypt door is directly ahead of you. What do you do?
I'm gonna look around real quick to see if I notice anything out of place that could be a trap, considering what just happened to me.
You don't think so?
Okay, I'm gonna try and go through the door.
Okay, go ahead and make me a strength roll. And then can I get everybody to roll initiative? Zan, you had a 17.
That's 21 on strength, unless
Okay.
it's a save, and then I get more.
It is not. It's just a strength roll to move something heavy. And
Okay.
initiative.
Oh, oh, right. Actually, I get advantage on initiative now. Sweet. Nat 20. 24.
Okay. And what'd you get, Neil?
13.
Okay, and then that, and then 4. Dawn Caller. As you push on the edge of this, tomb, I got you down for 4 there, Amy.
Yeah.
As you push on the edge of the tomb, you will be able to easily shift the massive weight of this stone to the side, and you will find that you are back in this room, just slightly off the central corridor, slightly to the north. Slightly to the north. As the stone slab hits the ground, you can hear the sound of running through the guano just to your right. And you will be able to see that a figure dressed in dark leathers, with muck and cobwebs clinging to its flesh and armor, rushes north. What do you do?
Can I see what it is?
It's pale and waxen.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. You can make me...
Just in case it's Zen, because I can't see them very well.
Okay. You can make me an attack roll.
Okay. Normal additions?
Are you just trying to grapple?
Essentially.
Okay.
I want to see what it is first.
Time for my standard remind myself how grappling works.
Strength athletics to.
Is it just athletics? Okay, so it's an athletics roll instead of an attack.
Contested by strength athletics or dex acrobatics.
Okay. Well,
rolled
that
a
is
2.
going to be 26.
26. All right. Lashing out, you are going to grab and pull this creature next to you as you hear a horn bellow out, and we'll pull this creature that can only be described as an undead wight next to you.
Gross.
It looks you in the eyes.
Can I headbutt
Intruder.
it?
Not on this round.
Okay.
Okay, Zan, you catch your breath and say, I did something wrong when you hear a giant stone slab fall about 30 feet behind you.
I wheel it around.
It echoes through the corridor. You're not sure where it is exactly. But you did hear footsteps running this way suddenly stop.
I will pull out my weapons.
Okay. What do you do?
Can I hold my action to stab anything if it jumps out at me?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
All right. It is the wight's turn. Let's see. So I can still attack you even though I'm grappled. So, right, I can. If I'm not mistaken. I just can't move. If I'm not mistaken, that's how grappling works. Amy, correct me if I'm wrong, because grappling is the one
I think
thing
you might have disadvantage, but I can't remember. Because if your arms are pinned, it's a little harder to attack.
I mean, that would make sense. I don't really know how grappling works because I've never really done it. Never bothered with it.
Right. Grappling.
Yeah, grappling.
There's 2 states to grappling, and that's where I always get confused, because there's
Yeah.
grappled, and then when you have someone grappled, you can go to next level with them. And I
Yeah,
can't
the
remember.
grappled condition. So you need to check the condition.
I've got it.
Yeah.
Or at least I've almost got it. Unseen.
Oh,
Grappling.
here it goes. Yeah.
Yep. So no more than one size larger. You seize with one free hand at least. Make grapple check instead of an attack roll. Grapple condition, so Appendix A. So check your appendix, make sure that it isn't inflamed.
Page 290. Okay, so it's just this speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from any bonuses to its
Oh, that's
speed.
fantastic. You're an
Okay,
intruder.
yep.
Cool. Makes 2 longsword attacks. Okay, cool. Cool. What is your armor class?
18.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It is going to try to slash at you with the long sword that it's holding in its hand, but you're holding it too close. It can't really get in well.
Excellent.
And how does it escape? Can use its action too? Yeah, this is fine. Okay, it hisses and tries to stab at you, but you will dodge out of the way. Brother Karis, as you leave the, as you walk up behind Shasta, you will see Zan come into view, say, "Do something wrong," and then turn around and kind of keep his blade up.
Okay. On the spirit of only replying on our turns, I'll look at Shasta and I'll say, "Are we really doing this?" And if she says yes, I'm going to ready an action to cast a daylight on my shield. So, because we might as well see if we're gonna kick it off.
I mean, on my turn, she'll be like, "Yeah, let's get let's go."
Okay.
All right.
Whenever that happens.
All right, Shasta, it is your turn. So, are you doing anything else?
She's going to draw, like, this hilt is useless, right? Like, it's just a hilt?
As far as you know.
She's gonna pocket it, and she's gonna pull out her mace that she just picked up.
Nice.
And yeah, start moving forward and give her, what was it, the divine sense or whatever lets her keep track of where undead things are?
There's an undead thing directly in front of you. You can smell it where Zan was being chased.
I'm smacking it.
Okay,
Well, if
rushing
you
up.
said yes, everything's in light now. When I cast daylight,
Yeah.
everything,
So everything lights up too.
All right, so
Okay.
the muck on the ground illuminates. You can sense that several of these tombs have undead inside of them as well, but there's one that's out, and you sense it rounding the corner. Zan, are you going to progress as well?
Yeah, I'll keep up, but I'm not going to press my attack yet.
Okay. Moving forward, Shasta, you can see that Dawncaller is wrestling with a wight.
I'm just gonna approach and attack and smack and wreck
Okay.
it.
All right, so
Yeah.
you can go ahead and make me an
to
attack roll.
I should get 2 attacks. Because it's grappled, do I get advantage on it?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Did you roll 2 ones?
No, I rolled 2 2s.
Do you have your inspiration still? You can reroll one of them.
Were we doing the inspiration thing in Strahd, or did we decide not to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to use inspiration.
You know what? I'll
I
give you a
just
point of
missed.
inspiration for finding all the holy items this game. Yeah, so
Oh.
everybody will have one this session because you guys found all the magic items.
Okay, so so in that case,
So you can
I'll
reroll one of
of
them.
these.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a little better. That's what does that end up being? That's 15.
15 is enough. You bring your blade down.
It's the
sorry,
mace,
your mace.
so- Yep.
You wield your mace forward. The first strike smashes into the side of the crypt, but the reversal is going to smash into the side of this white. Can you roll me damage?
Yeah, and I'm gonna use one of my first level spell slots to add some d8s to that to give it some divine oomph.
Do it. Divine.
Let me
oof.
double check if it's 2 or 3. I think it's divine smite is 3d8 against undead, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 6 and 10 and 15.
15. Okay.
15.
15 total.
It's just gonna wham. Yeah.
All right, your mace will illuminate and will spark with holy rage as it slams into the side of this creature's face. You are going to remove a significant amount of flesh and bone as you collide into the side of its head. Okay, and that is going to be top of the initiative with Dawncaller.
Okay.
Suddenly, the floor is flooded with sunlight.
Okay, and the thing in my hands is not dead yet, correct?
It is not, well, it's not dead. It's
Yeah,
deadish.
you know what I mean.
It's undead, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't feel like bothering to pull my spear. Does it seem fairly injured?
It's fairly. I wouldn't say that it's halved.
Okay. I would like to try and, I don't know, break the neck.
Sure, you can try to, you can make me an unarmed strike roll. You could also try some other things, though. A quick reminder
Okay.
that you can move at half speed while holding a grappled creature. And don't forget that there are other actions, like you can give someone else advantage, or you can say shove a creature.
Can I drop it down that hole?
Yes, you may. So it is a contested strength and athletics roll.
Okay. All right, don't fail me now, barbarian room.
I got a 6.
Well, I rolled a 19.
Okay.
And I add a lot to that, so.
All right. So let me just see. Damn, I still took like 8 points of damage halved from falling down a hole. That's just sad. Okay. So pivoting, you are just going to hurl it down the hole. It is going to, and you're going to hear a crunch as it lands awkwardly on one of the coffins below.
Excellent.
Okay. You can. All right. So that's going to be the end of your turn. Zan, what are you doing?
I don't know, just holding my position.
Okay. Holding your position. All right. The white is going to get up and try to start climbing. Actually, you know what? It's going to. I'm not in daylight down here because Brother Karis hasn't come down here. So it's going to snarl, unsheath its bow, and fire a few arrows up at you, Dawncaller.
Through the hole?
Yeah, I'm giving you 3/4 cover.
Okay.
All right. So they're not going to hit. That was like
Okay.
a 17.
I'm going to turn and walk away from the hole.
Cool. You can actually. Well, it's. Brother Karis, what are you doing?
Looking around to see if there's another threat, but like mostly following Shasta's lead. She seemed to have a plan. So I'm waiting. I'm not doing anything this round.
Shasta, what are you doing?
So that one's gotten yeeted down the hole.
It is at least 50 feet down a hole, yeah.
Can
There's
I
a big
seal?
slab laying on the floor. You could lift that up and reseal the hole.
I'm gonna try and do that, or motion for Dawncaller to do that, or something. I don't know.
Okay.
She's kind of on a mission.
If you make me a strength roll.
I'll give it a shot.
Sure.
Well, I rolled a 7, so that's gonna be like an 8.
Is
Probably
anybody
not.
going to assist?
Sure.
Okay.
I am not strong.
You can re-roll that 1 dice.
Yay! I'm gonna do that. That's better. That's a 21.
21. Easily, you two are going to pick up the slab and resituate it. And with that, you are going to find... Yeah, it's sealed back down there. It could climb up the hole and try to fight you, but that seems like a little too much effort for it.
Let's go.
Where do you go?
Shasta's gonna head for the stairs to head back up and like. Yeah.
All right. As you head south, you eventually will find yourself at that main concourse, that large section of ground that runs between the stairwell and what looks like another large, incredibly large crypt to the east. As you begin to head north, the air is going to start to turn cold. And you're going to hear the fluttering of bats around you. Bats are going to swirl out of every corner of the room that you thought they had all vacated. They swirl around in a tremendous ball of writhing blackness. And then there, below that eastern crypt... Sorry, perfect time to sneeze. They swirl into a mass of writhing darkness, and then a figure stands out of them. When I invited you to my home, I did not expect you to find your way down to my resting place. Or to grave rob my brother.
Wait, Shasta, what did you do?
Strahd von Zarovich looks at the four of you.
Don Collar just tries to look innocent.
Perhaps.
I fell down a hole.
Shasta's glaring.
Perhaps. You are not good guests. Welcome to Ravenloft, he says with a smile. And I think we're going to call game there, actually, because I don't think there's any better place we can call it.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
I mean, that's about the point where Shasta lifts the mace and tries to charge at him, so...
All right. So
Yeah.
just make that note in your notebook.
Yep, I'm making that note.
Note down. Shasta attempts suicide.
Yep. All right, everybody. So you're going to hit 8th level.
Oh, sweet.
Yes! Yes.
So only add your hit points to your current total, although I think you're all at
Yeah.
full already.
Yeah. Well, I realized
no, I'm
they
not.
didn't state...
I'm like
Oh, you're
minus
not.
40.
Oh, fair.
Oh, right.
So just add your new hit points to the total. Don't replace the 40.
Okay.
So, I forgot to mention that when we were in the Great Hall area, before we went down, she was going to use an action to use her Lay on Hands to heal herself, the 6 points. Almost negligible, but...
All right.
It wasn't said.
So let's just not do it. Let's save it. You've got time. You can do it next episode.
Sure. So she hasn't healed?
She has not healed.
Okay.
Because it didn't happen beforehand.
Sure.
All right. So let's just do some leveling up real quick. Everybody roll your hit points. Paladin of Vengeance. You get some stuff. So you guys are 8th level now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8th level, guys, that means that you get +2 to an ability score, +1 to 2 ability scores, or a new feat. You can also take the feats out of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, which... Let me grab that real quick. Where's Tasha's? I'm going to see if there are any good ones in here that would be good for you all.
I'm very inclined towards raising my dex to 20.
Just for the...
Because it gives me armor class.
So does Con, though. Because you're a barbarian.
I mean, that's true, I know.
Then it gives you armor class and hit points. Because barbarians are broken. Mike, Piercer is a feat that you could take if you didn't want the ability score increase. You increase your dex or strength by 1 to a max of 20. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, you can re-roll the damage, but must use the new roll. So that's pretty...
So I get to pick one or the other?
So you re-roll one of the attack's damage dice and must use the new roll. When you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage, you roll one additional dice when determining the extra piercing damage the target takes. That's okay. Let's see. Shadow Touched. You learn Invisibility and one first level spell of your choice. Slasher is a good one too. You know where to cut to get the greatest benefits. +1 to dex or strength. When you hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing damage, you can reduce their speed by 10 feet per turn until the start of your next turn. When you score a critical hit that deals slashing damage, you grievously wounded until the start of your next turn. They have disadvantage. Poisoner.
I kind of like that slasher one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, and that's on all attack rolls that they make. That's pretty great. You could also take Chef. Just saying. You increase your con or wisdom, you gain cook's utensils, and you can make special food. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'll stick with slasher.
Okay, so if you want to, so you can take that one, or you can check the book and see if there's anything else that you really like from the core, because there are some good feats.
Okay.
Slasher is potentially a good one for you, and so would be Dual Wielder. Could be another good one. It adds a +1 to your armor class while you use 2 weapons. And you...
I like that one even better.
You can also use 2 weapon fighting even when the one-handed melee weapons aren't light. So that's pretty great. That means you could use 2 rapiers. So that one's pretty dope. And it raises your AC by 1. That's what Lark has. Because why not? You can also take Lucky, which gives you 3 rerolls per game.
Nah, I'm sticking with the dual wielder. That sounds
Dual
more.
wielder? Okay,
more
so that's in the
character.
core book, so that's easy. Anybody else wanting a feat? I can look one up for you.
Trying to decide if that's what I should do, because otherwise I'm like, well, most of my stuff is pretty middling range. Like, I could maybe boost my strength up and give me a +3 instead of a +2.
Mm-hmm.
Or
What page was that feed on?
So that feat is on I think it's 165.
Okay.
I'll double check.
you said there was more feats
Yeah.
and tashes?
There are more feats and tashes. So it's there was Slasher, Crusher. They're basically just like little fighty feats. There are a couple that you might like.
Okay.
I will run you through them real quick because there's only like 2.
Oh, I think I found them.
So the ones that you might find interesting are maybe Crusher, if you wanted to stick with the mace. We need to decide whether or not you are worthy of this sword.
Fair.
Let's see. Fey Touch gives you Misty Step. Fighting Innate would be the other one, where you get a fighting style.
That might be useful.
So you pick an additional fighting style as if you were a fighter.
Yeah.
So you already get one of those for being a paladin, right? You took Sword
I
and Shield?
do. Yeah, I took it ends up being called like Fencer or whatever, because it means that you, as long as you're holding a weapon in one hand, you get a +2 to your damage on it. So,
Okay. Oh, that's so is it called Fencer? Is that in the core book, or is that
I don't remember what it's called. It's in the core book, yeah. Let me just pull it.
You mean
it's on
dueling?
Fighting style. Dueling, that's it. Yeah, there we
So
go.
that's a +2 on damage rolls with that weapon.
Yeah.
So
long as
defense
you're
would
holding it
add a +1 to your
one-handed.
AC, just period. While you're wearing armor. Or protection or 2-weapon fighting. And I think they added some new ones in Xanathar's, but I can't be bothered. They might have added some new ones inside of Tasha's as well. I'll check that while you're reading feats. Neil, you've got some new spells. Christine, you've got what are you taking?
What?
What are you at? Are you taking a feat, or are you bumping up your strength?
I don't know. I'm reading the. Well, I can't bump my strength. My strength's at 20.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at potentially taking durable
Okay.
or potentially mobile. I'm not sure.
Oh, Amy. So if you took that feat, you could actually hack it and buy Superior Technique, which gives you a maneuver from Battlemaster.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you'd have to pick one that doesn't have superiority dice, or do you get superiority dice with this? You gain 1 superiority die. All right. So you're basically like a little half-ass Battlemaster.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, oh hey, thank you so much. You did 3 months of subs, TK. That's wonderful. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So while the characters level up, that's going to be it for Strahd tonight. Hope you had some fun and that you enjoyed us getting into Castle Ravenloft. You guys might still leave.
I'm sorry if I get us all killed.
I didn't expect you to get that far. Actually, I thought we were going to have dinner conversation and then I was going to call a game. But
So I feel like the mobile feat would be disgusting.
yeah, what
Your
does it
speed
do?
increases by 10 feet.
Oh no.
So I would have 50-foot speed.
Oh wait, doesn't that make you immune to attack of opportunity?
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
Well, essentially. So what it is that if you make a melee attack against somebody, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from them whether or not you hit for the rest of that turn. So basically, I think what I could do, also dash doesn't, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement on that turn.
Oh, that's gross.
So I think what I could do with that is essentially if I had 2 targets that were at minimum 50 feet apart from each other, or maximum 50 feet apart, I could hit one and then run and hit the other and not provoke an opportunity.
That's gross.
Because I have 2 attacks.
This is true.
I mean, that doesn't raise my con at all, which kind of sucks. Because I kind of want to get to that 20 to get the extra point to get 19 armor class. So I was also looking at whatever would give me 1 point to con. Because I only need 1 more for that.
Fair enough.
So that's why I was looking at durable.
Durable's good. Resilience pretty good too. You gain +1 in a saving throw of your choice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's from
thought-
Xanathar's.
I thought they specified what. No, it's in the one.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
And gain proficiency in saving throws. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for us tonight here on Curse of Strahd. Hope you had some fun. We will see you next time in 2 weeks. Be sure to tune in on tomorrow for the finale of It's Always Magical in Phandelia. On Tuesday for Rime of the Frost Maiden, and then next week on Saturday is going to be the return of the Secret of Hexter House. So hopefully you will like that. With that, we will see you next time. Stay Strahdy out there, everybody. Blah.
Blah.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.